You are watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform.
Or ask your smart speaker
To play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel now and make sure you never miss another upload.
Good evening, good day, good morning, good afternoon, good night, goodbye. Hello. How are we feeling? Shitting myself. I'm not going to lie to you. I am absolutely shitting myself. Not as much as a Man United fan in a semi-final. Good evening, Mike. How you doing? But I am definitely shitting myself. Middlesbrough, you gave it a go. Couldn't quite do it, but you nearly did us a favour. So we've got to go and win. It's back in our hands only. A win tonight won't get us promoted, but a draw will be not good enough for Southampton, so they've got to go for it as well. Hopefully, they will leave us holes at the back. And let's be honest with you, who doesn't like a hole at the back? Hey, it's after 6 o'clock. Let's just catch up, and then I'm going to bring Brad. That's his name, Brad in. Look, just bear with me tonight. It could go any way. It really could. Mike is in. Good evening, Mike. How are you? Gray is in. Hello, Gray. How are you? Geordie Tune for life. Good luck to Leicester tonight. Thank you very much. 3-1 already in his predictions. We'll take predictions later. Spencer, hello. Well, no Daka. That's a good sign. Let's be honest with you. Highfields is in. Hello. It's a family show. Since when? How you doing, mate? Not bad. You got any fingernails left after the other day? And Nate is in as well. Good afternoon, I guess, over there in America, Nate. How are you doing? Right, the team has been announced. I'm going to just shove it across the bottom. Hey, here we go. Double entendre starting already. Let me just bring the team up. Let me then bring Brad in. Good evening, Brad. I went into the pub last night. I asked the barmaid for a double entendre, so she gave me one.
Oh, for God's sake, they've started already, folks.
We have. I'm talking of starting already, mate. She's here early. It is Kate Adey from the BBC. No, it's not. It's Kate. Thank you from Leicester Till I Die. Kate,
hello.
Good evening.
Hello, how you doing?
I am
doing
all
right,
very well. Doing very well. I think we've got a bit of a delay here, but let's plod on anyway. Have you seen the team?
Yeah.
And your thoughts on it as I try and bring it in?
Yeah.
Only got half of that then, I must admit, Kate. Kate is breaking up. Brad, have you seen the team?
I have, and unlike Kate, I'm not stunned into silence by it. I kind of half expected it. I mean, I want to throw out a little joke. Didn't Brendan do this to Hamza Chowdhury the last time he complimented him? Maybe managed to stop complimenting him and singing his praises, because a bit harsh on Hamza to be dropped from it. But it's
Right.
the stronger, more reliable lineup, isn't it? With Ricky P back in the side and a natural.
We did say though, didn't we? Chowdhury had an excellent game. We can't take that away. All of us, apart from Kate, went for him for our man of the match. and
Yeah,
yet
Kate's
we
been
knew he was going to get dropped, and I think we all would have dropped him, would we not?
Yeah, it sounds horrible to say that after just picking up a performance of the highest caliber. I mean, I don't know what's more shocking, the fact that he has unfortunately found himself on the bench after a performance like that, or he's not selected in the team of the week for the championship for a performance. But this is interesting,
She's back.
and
She's back.
I'll let
Is your
Kate
camera-
watch it here.
Is your camera working, by the way, Brad?
I'm just sorting it out now.
Okay, mate. Kate, how are you, sir, miss, madam? Oh, God knows. I can't talk. Nor can Kate. Wave if you're alive, Kate. Kate, if you're being kidnapped, stick a thumbs up and we'll send somebody out to get you. Are you being forced onto the camera here? We'll have Stockholm Syndrome in a moment. Oh, what I do? We'll just sit here and look at it, shall we? There's worse things to look at. Talking of which, Brad.
Yes, you rang. I was on mute, expecting Kate to come in with some dialogue, and she's still stunned by Hamza Chowdhury, obviously.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What network are you with, Kate? She needs a different network.
She needs to kick a gerbil into life. She's gone now. She's completely gone.
Yes.
She's on wind-up dialogue, mate.
We do not support any cruelty to animals on this channel, by the way. But yes, no. I mean, I think we all expected it, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, it's natural. It's natural players in a natural position. You always feel more comfortable when you see a lineup like that.
Kate, are we working? Ella, can you hear me,
I hope
mother?
so. I can hear you, Dad.
Tell you what, we were just enjoying the view of looking at you then. Poor Brad's in and out.
I've heard that about Brad, though, to be fair.
Well, indeed.
Hey, cheeky madam, no need for that. And how do you know?
Yeah,
Rumours.
He's been filling in for you. Or I think that's the right way.
Steady on.
Chowdhury back on the bench, which we're just saying to Brad then. It's harsh done by, but we all expected it with Ricardo. No matter how good Chowdhury is, and it was a good game. Everybody except your good self picked him as man of the match. But if Ricardo's fit, he's got to start, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. It's night and day for me. Ricardo's just the quality player that we all know he is, and he's come back to form so well this season. And I think Hamza knows his role. I think it's an important role. I think he gets better at it each time he plays, to be honest. But he knows fundamentally that for this selection of players and the way Enzo wants to play this year, he's reserved.
I mean, he knew that when he signed the contract extension, didn't he?
Yeah, they'd have been completely upfront about how much time he plays, and he's never been a full-time player anyway. So I think he's just really glad to actually have a good amount of minutes, because he could have been frozen out like Albrighton has been. You know what I mean? He's getting some games quite regularly.
Yes,
and vice captain as well.
Yes. Rest of the team, would you have picked that team?
I would have liked to have seen Cody above Fast, but that's only because of form. But I get that Cody's perhaps not as fit, because he mentioned the other day he was flagging a bit. He's also not as quick as Fast, but I just think he's more reliable. And I'm just really surprised to see Vardy. But I think we probably know if Jamie Vardy says he's fit, he's fit. And that's probably his call most games.
Do you think that had Vardy not been picked, that would have, they'd have been sat in that Southampton dressing room going, thank God for that. He likes a goal against Southampton, usually in the first minute.
Yeah, I think it's massively mind games as well. I'll be surprised if we see as many minutes out of him. I think there'll be 60 or so on the clock. And I just think Enzo is probably a little bit wary of still picking Daka, because I think if it wasn't Vardy, it would have been Daka. And I'm not sure Daka's ready for that yet.
I don't know. I have to be honest with you. I would have had a word with Daka and said, look, mate, apart from injuries, you have the rest of the season off, sort of thing, because his confidence is totally shot. And the manager can beef him up and sort of say, look, you're still in my plans, blah, blah, blah. But I still know, and this will please Brad that I'm going to say, there's still no Iheanacho. I mean, I know he's going, but all this, well, his mind's not in it. He wants to leave. Bugger, because he wants clubs to come in for him in the summer if he doesn't re-sign. So he's going to want to get out there performance in.
Yeah, unless we've got a Southampton situation where it's been pre-agreed months before. And I know Enzo had the same thing with Marchal. I know he's slightly different because he's a younger player and he's in the under-23s, but Marchal apparently didn't get a look in after his amazing goal for us because he wouldn't sign a new contract for quite a while. So it could be that kind of thing, that if you're not willing to commit, or if you're looking at going, I can't take that risk of having someone that's not necessarily 100% committed, but I would still play him, but I don't think Enzo works like that.
No, but I mean, he can't sign a contract now anyway because of the... And it's not really his fault. But surely, you do what's best for the club, not what's best. I mean, and not picking a player just because he doesn't want to sign a new contract is cutting your nose off to spite your face, surely.
If he was on form, yes, but he's not been on form. I don't really see what he offers any more than Daka. I personally would prefer him as a player, but in terms of what he's been able to do on the pitch this year, Daka's probably edged it, but he has been given more minutes.
Brad, Kate having a go at your love child there?
No, but she's right, though, isn't it? And I've said this before, and I disagree with you, Chris. I don't think it is biting your nose off to spite your face. At the end of the day, I know he can't sign a new contract, but indeed his contract runs at the end of the season. There's a reason he's getting picked. And okay, you could say, okay, it's down to form, but he's been all three of them must have been off form for a while for us. Even against West Brom, they didn't have the greatest of performances. Even though we won the game, the amount of chances they gave up through the middle of that park. So I just wonder, you know what you say? Oh well, you're just choosing an option to do it. But Kate's right. If he's not 100% committed and his head's not 100% in it, I'd rather play somebody who's 100% committed, who might not be the greatest of player, but at least I know he's going out there to put the shirt on. If that's me, if I'm the manager and I've got the players in front of me and I've got two examples, and Didi one saying I will sign as soon as this ban comes off, I definitely want to stay here, and Nacho's still like meh. I know who I'm picking, and it ain't Nacho, I'm afraid.
Well, no, you see, I disagree with you. When you've got a player like Daka who is so off form, you know, it was the proverbial he couldn't score in a bottle on a free night with a 50% discount at the moment.
True,
so,
but we could also use Cannon.
What he's losing out, if you're saying Iheanacho's not on form, that form is probably still better than Daka at the moment.
Oh, we could just use Cannon, couldn't we? We could just use Cannon.
Well, it's also Cannon, but what I'm saying is Daka shouldn't even be on the subs bench. It should be Iheanacho, Kate.
I disagree for the reasons I've said. I think there's no real difference in form between Nacho and Daka at the minute. Like at this season, Nacho has history of being the better player for sure, but he's not bringing it at the minute. And that's the problem Enzo's got. All four of them have been pretty much off the boil. We've not seen enough of Cannon. I would absolutely pick Cannon above the two of them. But Enzo doesn't want to.
No, I would agree with you.
He's going with the player that he will be here next season because there's really not that much in it. This year.
Oh, you see, she's frozen again.
We figured out the problem. If she doesn't agree with Chris, she pulls the Wi-Fi. He cuts her off. Don't you, Chris? You've been found out. You've been found out. She started disagreeing with you. You cut her Wi-Fi.
But Gray, just say there, if Nacho offers nothing, why play him? Nacho's nothing is still more than Daka's most at the moment.
I would personally, if you gave me the choice right now, considering their form, if you take the commitment to the club out of it, like contract-wise, how long they've got left, whatever, if you was to say on form, I'd rather have an empty slot. Or give it to Marcel. You know what I mean? I agree with you in that sense that if you're picking on that, surely it can't do no harm to have that on, but that's what Cannon is. Cannon is now that other version of Iheanacho. He's the.
But he won't come on. If he makes a change, you know that Daka's going to come on for Vardy.
Yeah, more likely than not, which is really annoying because I would like to see us.
If it gets to 80 minutes and we're 1-0 down, would you want to see Daka coming on that pitch?
No,
I wouldn't. And look, you
No, I
know
wouldn't.
my feelings on Daka, but I wouldn't want to see him come on.
No, I wouldn't. I'd want to see Callum come on. Don't get me wrong. If Dak does come on, I'm going to back him and hope he
Of
proves me
course.
wrong. But again, with you, just take him out. I don't care if you put Nelson on the bench. I don't care if you put bloody Albright and whoever's on the bench. I'm just trying to think of players that aren't on the bench that you could put on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't put him on there at all. Don't have him or Iheanacho on there for whatever the reasons. Whether it's what me and Kate are saying with the contract thing and that. I would just have neither of them on. There's no need for us play. We play a one striker system. What's the point in having two strikers on there?
Look, Gray, I can't believe Gray has done nothing but diss on Daka for about the past 5 weeks. Gray, what have you had a few drinks already? Look, we don't know what is going on behind the scenes. I agree, but Daka, I hope he comes on and proves me wrong. And Gray, I'm only saying what you've been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks. So if we had a transplant, you and me, but Daka, to my mind, offers nothing. But look, if he comes on and gets the winner, so be it. Yes, Guinness. That will explain it then. Look, Middlesbrough tried to do us a favour yesterday. I watched the last 15, 20 minutes live. They got that late goal. Wasn't quite to be. We can't do it tonight, Brad, but it is still I know we've got 3 games left, but this is a must win because we don't want to say we've got to win 2 with 2 games left.
No, you don't want to be in that situation. You know, you'd like to be in this situation knowing that, you know, this time in 6 days' time, Leicester will potentially be playing for the title because somebody like Leeds United and Ipswich will drop points. You know, I mean, Ipswich don't have the easiest game, do they, for their game in hand? Because it's Coventry, who, despite how they lost that semi-final, you know, they'll probably be pumped up because they've still got a chance, Chris, with their games in hand. They have 2 games in hand on Norwich and West Brom, who are on the same points now.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not out the realms of possibility that they could catch them still. Obviously, they need one of them two to slip up to make up the gap they still have, but they'll be fancying it. So let's just need to get through today's game. I said when we talked about it before the West Brom game, these two are the, you know, these 2 games, you know, the West Brom being the first one and this one being the latter, are the most important to Leicester's final 4 because this is the game we've been leading up to, Chris. Get in front, stay in front, and that's exactly where Leicester are. A point wouldn't be a disaster, but we definitely want 3, obviously. But what I'm saying is anything is considered, we have to consider today a bonus point because I actually watched, coincidentally, the Southampton press conference before this game. Their manager has resided themselves to playoffs with their loss to Cardiff.
Yeah,
which is no.
Well, I think the fans talking to the other day, you know, in the preview show to Jack, they're talking. What's the word I'm looking for? They're talking playoffs as well. I've shown on that table, I think I've only gone down to Coventry because anybody below Coventry are not in the playoff hunt.
No, they're not.
You know, so Coventry, I mean, Coventry got 3 games in hand. I mean, you could argue they were in the best position, but then it's the old points on the table or on the board or games in hand, isn't it? But this is our game in hand. And I just feel that it'll be wasted if we do not, you know, if we don't take advantage of it.
Oh yeah, of course it would be. It wouldn't be great for us if we did that. And the thing is, Chris, I said this when we did a running check. Funny enough, before it started, pretty much going wrong is what I want to say. I think it was just before the Norwich home game, wasn't it? We did it, and I said, because everybody was like, "Oh, we should be scared of Southampton." People saying Southampton. I said, "Look, this is the worst time of the season for them to have games in hand," and they got another one with the adverse weather conditions, didn't they? So they played that. You don't want to be playing catch up in too many games because there's no chance of you getting a break. It's the end of the season. They're going to get squeezed in. You know, Ipswich, you know, we're probably ideally thinking that Coventry didn't want to be in, you know, Coventry to not have been in the semi-final just so they could have played them at a normal time, so they'd still know where they are. I mean, this is a great chance for Leicester, like you say, Chris, and you don't want to waste it. I mean, but top three have been doing that for a while recently, but this would put it in a position for Leicester where they go into the next game, Chris, knowing that a win and anything less than a win for Ipswich or Leeds, and it's over. You know, because Leeds play Southampton last game of the season. You can imagine Southampton might not be the strongest side because they want the rest of the playoffs, but they might want to cause an upset. You've got to, you know, the trickiest thing with playoffs, ask any Leicester fan. We've gone through enough for ourselves, haven't we, Chris? The trick with the playoffs is finding the balance between making sure your players get a good rest before the playoffs come up. And the Championship get a bit of a break, don't they? Because it goes reverse division orders for the playoffs, doesn't it? It goes League Two, League One, then the Championship. Yeah. But ending with momentum, and if they can kind of drag Leeds in it with them, so to speak, wouldn't be a bad thing. So Leicester get the gap, and then it's all on Ipswich and Leeds having to win before we play Monday, because then Leicester could go into Monday knowing they could sit down, shake hands with Preston and call it a draw, and they could be promoted. You know what I mean?
I mean, it wasn't a confident display. Well, in some ways it was, but, you know, 4-3, you've got to say, you know, it wasn't, you know, Leeds didn't go out there and demolish them. So I think Leeds were probably, I mean, I spoke to Carl earlier today, who's obviously the Leeds fan that we know. He's a Leeds fan we like. He comes on the channel. And I hope I know you're probably not watching this, Carl, but I hope you're okay after your news, mate. And, he was asking how I was feeling, and I said probably the same as you were this time yesterday. And I think after the end, afterwards, I said, I bet you felt the way we did after West Brom, just lucky to get the 3 points, and that's all that mattered to both of us. But I'm not feeling confident at all. I mean, if we look at, and I can just say, sorry, 55 of you watching. 10 likes. Please smash that
get
like
them likes up, folks. Come on, get them likes up.
It does help the channel. If you're not subscribed, and we'd love you to subscribe, but for people that aren't subscribed, when you open your YouTube and you get your homepage come up, as well as getting those, obviously, latest videos from those 5 people you subscribe to, it always throws 3 or 4 in from people you're not subscribed to. And that is taken off how many likes different channels are getting. It's algorithms, or I mean, to me, that's something you put a cream on, but apparently that does help. So please do smash those likes. We would be very, very grateful here. So, yeah, I mean, I really am nervous. As I say, there's no other way I can say. You know, would I sooner be playing a Preston tonight? Yes, I probably would. If, you know, because of the way, like I say, you know, what it will mean if we don't get the win. And let's be honest with you, Brad, we didn't play particularly well. There's nothing that I saw in that West Bromwich Albion game that gave me confidence going into this, you know. So, and if you look at that, I mean, look at Saints' form. I mean, lost 1 in 5. You know, only just slightly better, but you know, they got their bad run out at the start of the season. You can see it there. They're first in their overall form, the top of the table at the moment. Their away form is better than our home form. These are all based on the last 5. Yeah, are you sat there confident looking at that?
I'm fairly confident. I don't see why we shouldn't get the win tonight, because them 3 greens, Chris, are all home games. We've won our last 3 home games, and you're in a point of the season where a performance is nice, and we've had a few good performances in there. The Norwich one, notably, was a good performance. The Birmingham one was a fairly standard performance that we needed to do, but it's a results-based industry, and at the end of the day, it was a bit of footballing karma for us that we got the win the way we did against West Brom. You do take confidence from it. I'm sorry, you just do. It's a win. It was a clean sheet. It was what was needed. It put the pressure on. We just did our job, and as long as we did that, Chris, we don't matter. And the form guide, you can throw it out the window right now, because we won our last home game. They lost our last away game. And this is really do or die for us. It's funny how tables turn as well, Chris, because I was also messaging Carl, the Leeds fan as well. And considering where his loyalties lied a few weeks ago, most notably predicting Leicester to lose 2 games on the bounce, which they didn't out of the ones he predicted, but he predicted Leicester to lose 2 games on the bounce because he wanted Leicester to drop points. He's cheering for Leicester tonight just to keep Southampton off his back. Off their back.
He is. I bet he is.
So for me, Chris, I look at it on that. We've got 100% home record in the last 5 games. They've not. They lost their last away game, and they sound like the deflation's kind of hit them. I know something that, the manager can maybe say deep down, and the players probably are thinking themselves. For me as a manager, I get that you maybe use it as a deflection tactic, and he tries to big up the fact that they're in the playoffs, which is impressive because you would say for Southampton as well, normally the points tally they've got and can still potentially get on another season would probably see them in the automatic zones anyway themselves. Yeah. So but I would never come out. I would never come out in a press conference myself personally, even after a defeat, going into such a big game, because they're taking on Leicester. They've still got a chance to get in the automatic zones, and basically say, "Well, there's a second route, and we're going to have to take it." That's what he said in his press conference. So for me, I'm actually confident.
They've got a couple of players out as well that's worked in our favour. They've also got, though, I'm just looking at their team here. Davis isn't in it, and Davis is there. Well, in the whole league, L. Davis, don't know his first name, for Ipswich, is the highest assist. Holds the highest number of assists in the division, and he's not in the starting lineup. I don't know. Obviously, they're subs bench, so that's good as well. But yeah, I think their fans. I mean, I say Jack was saying from Matchday vlogs the other day. He was saying, it's weird because any other season they'd have been in the top 2 with their figures, and yes, they would. That's how weird it is.
And we would already be assured our promotion, wouldn't be, Chris?
That's easy for you to say.
Champagne. I know. I know, right?
It's not going to be another one of these, though, is it? We're not going to. I mean, whether they get a player sent off or not, they like to leave Davis. Thank you very much, Mike.
Right, no, you leave.
Well, obviously, Mike's turned over a new leaf. When you.
And yeah, you said the wrong team for him. You said Ipswich. We were talking about Southampton, so
no, but Leaf Davis. Did I? No.
You said Leaf Davis. He plays for Ipswich.
Yeah, you're quite right. I did. I wrote it down. I've no idea why I wrote it down. I'm just not. That's where my head is today. All over the place. I am literally so nervous. But look, we're not going to have what happened last time. Vardy scoring after a minute, or are we?
I don't see why not, Chris. At the end of the day, this is weird game because for the first time in this mad panic, there is a scramble for the automatic zones all of a sudden, due to the top three's form, both good and bad, Chris, that this could just easily as happen. You know what I mean? And realistically, Leicester already know the outcome. If they don't win this game, the league table doesn't change. That will just put more emphasis on Preston Blackburn. But anything other than a win for Southampton, it's game over. They have to admit to playoffs. And if they're already doing that with some changes, I know they've got 2 season-ending injuries. And, I say season-ending, it's not as bad drastic as it sounds, is it, with only 2 games to go after tonight for them. But you've got 2 big players out. They've rested. Maybe you've got the player wrong, so it might not be. But they've taken someone out, their team, who's quite good, who's done a lot of grafting in the goals and assist departments for them. If they're doing that, Chris, if they're already kind of going, look, we need to focus on the playoffs. I don't need any more injuries. And maybe that's what's got to Russell Martin. He's gone, I don't want any more injuries to some big players. I'm going to make a few changes. Leicester could take advantage of that, Chris, because if they come out of Southampton and try and do what they do, this result is what happens when they do it.
Yeah.
However, There is one thing that I might get your brown pants on a bit tighter, Chris. When was the last time we beat Southampton playing at home? Because I know it wasn't last season, because you like to remind us that they did the double overs and they were the worst team in the division
I
last
don't know
season.
if we have. I can find that information out in a second.
I think it's been a good few seasons because we've had a few draws with them, haven't we?
Yeah. There's 3 changes for Southampton. Charles, Bree and Rothwell come in for Manning, Smallbone and Stuart Armstrong. Charles is the interesting inclusion, it says there, is the 20-year-old's first start in 12 championship games. If they are thinking about the playoffs, then maybe those players that are injured could be back for the playoffs. And who knows? You know, that's maybe why the rest of them, that's going all around the club. Cyber's in. Hi, Cyber. How you doing? It's been ages. Nice to see. Is Moyes gone yet? Is he still there? He said, if only the 9-0 happened today. I know. And in fairness, I didn't mention it on the preview because I didn't want to tempt fate. But their under 18s, I think it was, beat, I'm not sure who it was, but they beat somebody 9-0 in their under 18. So fair play to them. He does say, how have you been? If you win today, are you in the Prem? No, we would have done had Leeds lost last night, but you know, bloody Leeds, God, I hate them. Right, here we go. Let's have a look, and I'm just going to see here, mate, and I'm going to have a look and tell you the last time because I have all the information at my fingertips. Well, not quite, to be honest with you. Head to head, let's have a look at Southampton. If you jinx this now, Brad, we're all going to be blaming you. You know that.
No, because I'm just about to say that something when you tell me.
Right. Well, we beat them, obviously. Are you talking about beating them at home, aren't you?
Yeah.
The last time we beat them at home was on the 22nd of May, 2022. And we beat them, believe it or not, 4-1.
It's written in the stars, isn't it? Is it not written in the stars then for that to happen?
Yeah. And the home game before that was the FA Cup semi-final. We beat them 1-0. The home game before that in January 2021, we beat them 2-0. But we did lose in January 2020. So yeah, we've had a it's not as bad as I thought. We have lost a lot, but you got to, if you take those two, if you take those two from last season out, and who wasn't beating us last season, if you take those two out, January 2020 was the last time they beat us.
Wow. Well, there you go then. It does feel like they've just been a bogey team. I don't know why. I feel like we had that loss to them after the 9-0, didn't we? We always seem to lose to them when they're on crap form and beat them when they're on good form. So maybe that's the sign. 2 4-1s. So that means today Leicester are going to win 8-2 then, doesn't it?
Well, we'd take that. We would take that, wouldn't we? It isn't going to happen, but we would take it. Jeff, good evening, Jeff from the Philippines. Jeff, mate, are you you are on Twitter, aren't you? Can you just send me a quick message on Twitter because I want to reply to you. I have got a question for you. Hayden is in. Hi, Hayden. Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, George. Nate is wrong about something. I don't know what you're wrong about, Nate. 20th of August. He went for 20th of August. Draw or Saints win for me. Leeds. Of course, Russ. Of course. And Stuart says hi, Chris and Brad. Okay, look, Brad's going to get his pen and paper out now for me.
Oh, am I now?
He is. Yes, he doesn't know it, obviously, as you can see.
No, I clearly didn't know it, did I?
No. But in fairness to you, I hadn't warned you.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah. So if you can write these down as they come in, because what we're going to do now is ask for your score predictions, and let's take yours first, Brad.
No, I'm not ready yet. You can wait. You can hold your horses.
I know, Russ. I know, Chris, we're friends, mate. But in terms of our season, that's what I want. I would have thought you'd have wanted a Leicester win, Russ, because of the fact that it keeps Southampton away from you. You've still got,
Maybe.
there isn't just Leeds and Leicester to consider here. Whether we keep writing them off all season, and they've not gone away. They're like a fart in a lift. They hang around for ages. That is Ipswich this season. So,
right. So you want one first, don't you?
Yes, you go first.
Right. Well, I'm going to go big and bold and brave and probably stupid, but I'm going 3-0 Leicester.
You're going 3-0 Leicester. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Bad news is you've agreed with me?
No. The bad news is Luke's agreed with you.
Oh, for God's sake. I'll put him down as well then, because
I've gone for my normal 2-1. I'm sorry. I've gone.
Whoa! Backtrack that. Take. Guys, back me up here. Those of you that watch the prediction show, Chris saying usual and then going for a team to win is a load of bull rubbish, isn't it, guys?
When it comes to Leicester,
fences. If you can't decide what fence you want, call Foreign's Fences on 0800 panel. That's 0800 panel, and Chris will fix it for you. Actually,
no. When it comes to Leicester, I do generally go 2-1 because I haven't confidence in us keeping a clean sheet. Geordie has gone 3-1 to Leicester.
Give me a sec, because I haven't wrote Vernon.
Well, no, I'll read them out, but you can see the chat, can't you?
I didn't see what Vernon went.
He hasn't, though. To be honest,
no, he went 1-1, didn't he?
Oh, he said a draw or a Saints win, but
I'll put him down for a draw. Go on, read them out then.
Oh, so Geordie's gone 3-1 to Leicester.
Yeah, keep reading.
My heart won't do this, Mike. My heart won't do this, but he's gone 3-2. George has gone 4-0 to Leicester. Well, wow. Richard, hi Richard, how you doing? He's gone 3-1. Russ has gone 2-2. Andreas 3-1. The Dino's gone 3-2 as well. No, Cyber, no. Sorry, I did reply, Cyber. No, we're not. It will be. We would have had Leeds lost last night, but they were probably as relieved as we were when we beat West Brom with that win. Gray sitting on the fence. One of them will win. Yvonne's gone 3-1 Leicester. Cyber Leader says 2-1 to us. Highfield's 3-2. Richard has gone 3-1. And Stuart 4-3. My God. We've got a light show going on at the KP. I do feel a little bit salty saying that. KP, salty.
Right, it's me doing the watch along tonight, guys. Chris has just lost all privileges to that one.
Oh, look. Hey, look, we're like Ant and Dec, mate. That's better. That's it. We've got to have post.
More like Ant and Dick, but I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, well, I'm Ant, mate.
Well, and I'm the big dick, but
we've got a light show, like I say tonight. Somebody was actually saying on my Twitter earlier, have we ever won when we've had a light show? The honest answer is don't know.
We always have a light strike. It's just it only gets really noticeable when it's a night game. That's funny enough. They always do the fireworks. They always do the build up. They just get a bit more dramatic and a bit more lighty when it's a night game. Yeah.
Mike's gone. A Leeds fan. Hi, Mike. How you doing? He's gone 2-0 Leicester. I do like the odd Leeds fan. I've got to be honest with you. Nate has gone 3-1, and Ronald has gone 4-0 to Leicester. All right, so we are not so far off the playoffs.
No, kickoffs.
Kickoffs.
Don't say playoffs.
Sorry. Oh, Katie's gone 2-1 to Leicester. She's agreed with me.
Boo, Kate, suck up.
Well, the night won't have been wasted then, will it? On that note, I think it's probably best that we move on very, very quickly. So, Leicester City, if you need to go to the toilet, go now. You've got a couple of minutes. Jamie Vardy's in. Jamie, very good of you to message us from the changing room. How the devil are you? He's gone 2-0 to Leicester. Well, as long as you get a couple, Jamie, that's all right.
Did he tell you Nacho to chat shit get dropped?
Yes. Actually, Gray, yes, this is the Liverpool Lineker and Smith. It's also very Steve Linex, because this was the top he was wearing when he went for his swim against Southampton, if you remember that.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
I remember him telling me the story. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and it was that waterlogged pitch. He went for a ball, fell over it or something, and then just ended up swimming on the pitch like that. This is the top. Brad, thank you so very much, mate. Fingers crossed. I hope we're all right and that Leicester can do it. I've got to say, not that I'm nervous at all, but I'm just about to open my cider. Vardy's there. He is. Look at that. He's messy just, and now he's stood smiling in the in the tunnel. Oh, he can multitask that, Jamie Vardy, can't he?
He certainly can, and hopefully he can do lots of multitasking today. Like he can wind up the Southampton fans and score a couple.
Indeed,
that would be very nice. I'm hoping so. Look, I just hope we get the result. It's the same for me as West Brom. The performance could be a bonus, but outside of that, can take the win. Take the win. I mean, again, Chris, it wouldn't. I'm
going to stop you there, mate, because literally they're walking out onto the pitch. So
right, and Gordon Bennett, I'm still writing scores down. And I need to get myself sorted.
You'll still be able to see the
go for it.
Take you out to the line up. Basically, mate, they're on the pitch, so you can stop. Any more now? Doesn't matter if you miss them.
Okay, I'm just going to write Bills and Hayden's in. Put me in the background, mate. I'm all good.
Last evening kickoff. Take care. I'll see you at half time, mate.
No, it's not. We've got Preston on Monday, but take care.
Well, at King Power.
Take care, everybody. Kick me out, Chris.
You see Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher doing that all the time to each other, don't you? Yeah, fuck off, you bastard. See you later, mate. See you at half time.
Later. See you at half time, guys.
Right, here we go. Let's get all this set up and ready to rock and roll. Yeah, 81 in, 37 likes. Come on, guys. Please do smash those likes. I honestly, seriously pooing my pants. So this is what we want you to do. Click that like button, hit the subscribe and ring the notification bell, and then you'll never miss a match between now and the end of the season. So here we go. Like Brad said quite rightly there, doesn't matter about the performance. It really, really doesn't. We're having a team huddle in the middle here. Remember, no spoilers.
Leave a like now.
When you're smiling, sang very, very nicely there by the fans at the KP. Nearly said Filbert Street then, wearing the old shirt. Come on then, Leicester. Thank you, Mike. Indeed. Chris is in. Hi, mate. How you doing? Yes, very nervy. Richard, I hope you're right. Are we kicked off? So Leicester City at home in their all blue kit. That's blue shirt, blue shorts and blue socks. And they are kicking left to right as we as we watch the game. So, as they always like to in the first half, Leicester City are kicking towards the south stand. Southampton in their, well, normal strip, which is it's a red top, but it's got a lot of white stripes on one side, black shorts and white socks. And they are obviously kicking towards the Kop in this first half. I am literally pooing my pants. If I could if I could bring you this from the toilet, I would do. Let's just say that, shall we? That is how I'm feeling. Free kick to Leicester. First free kick as Vardy is taken out, right in the centre, halfway into the Southampton half. An early goal would be nice. We're not going to get it in the first minute like Vardy did at Southampton because we've gone over the first minute, as you can see. So Winks takes the free kick into the box. Too far for any Leicester player. It's cleared easily by Southampton. Wasn't a bad free kick, just didn't fall at any Leicester players' feet. So Dewsbury Hall here. Gray, we don't like to sort of say where we want people to watch this, not go off and watch other ones. If anybody asks Gray, tell them to find out themselves. We're not the TV Times here. People don't know what it's on. It's their fault, and we don't want them to go and do that. We want them to stay on here. So please, in the future, mate, do not give that information out. It's like when people post in the group, is it on? What's it on? Well, fucking look for it. You know, we have to look for it. Why can't you? So don't do that in the future, please, please, Gray. Cheers, Gray. So, 3 minutes. It's a long ball trying to find Mavadini, but it's headed clear. Will it go out for a throw-in? Yes, it was let out, and it's a throw-in on the far side. Indeed, he's got the ball in his hand, but he leaves it. Just almost up with the penalty box. Yeah, nothing comes from the throw-in. Southampton get the ball from Vestergaard's header. They've got it in the near side here, in their own half. They can't really sit back because, like I said, you know, while you've got a chance of getting into the playoffs, no worries, Ray, no worries. While they've got a chance of getting into the playoffs, they've got to go for it, surely. And if they do go for it, that will leave it open for us. First, big boot up. Winks has got it, but he gives the ball away. Who then gives it away to? All just giving the ball away. Dewsbury Hall, Vestergaard, indeedy. Back to Fass. So, giving the ball away, but Vestergaard couldn't hold on to it. Out for Southampton throw, quickly taken on the far side. Oh, Dewsbury Hall took it well. Oh, he tried. Why didn't he go down? I'm not saying he would have got the penalty, but he had two players on him in the box. He could have gone down and tried to get the penalty. 45 likes. We need to try and get to 50 by half time. That's our usual watch along target. And the ball is just Madsen Manson to Vestergaard. Just playing it around the back as per normal. Again, what they're doing. Very risky playing around at the back. Luckily, it went for a goal kick for Leicester, but you know I'm not keen on this. So Vestergaard with the ball. Back to Hermansen. About the last 5 minutes, well, probably not 5 minutes, but 3 minutes. We've done absolutely nothing with the ball and still not doing anything. It's this. You want it, I want it between Vestergaard and Madsen Manson. He now goes long with it. It doesn't reach Ndidi though, and it's a free kick to Southampton off Justin. Justin back into his normal left-sided role today, and now it's back with the Southampton keeper. So Leicester throw in there. Dewsbury Hall from the throw in. Keeps hold of it. And it goes all the way back to Faz in defence. 50 likes, guys. Thank you very, very much. Well done. Mavididi now. He's got the ball. He's running into the box as he likes to. Plays it in. Oh, it was bouncing around in the Southampton box then. Mavididi ran in, tried to get it to Vardy. It was kind of bouncing between them. And then Dewsbury Hall tried to come in and get it. It just wouldn't fall for a Leicester player. But we still got it now back in our own half. Half a chance there. Mavididi running at the defence. Desperate defending, I have to say. Why aren't the BBC covering this on their... how they are doing? They've changed it. They've changed the layout of the BBC. So it's a free kick to Southampton. Dewsbury Hall controlling the ball with his hand, according to the referee. Oh my God, have you seen who the referee is? Have you seen who the referee is? Oh, Robert Madley. I think Richard Madley off Good Morning Britain could do better. Indeed, he kept the ball well, managed to get it to Dewsbury Hall, who controls it. Chips it across field, but doesn't go to anybody, and it goes out. Wasted. I thought we'd seen the last of Richard Madley. Yeah, no, that's fine, Jeff. That is fine, mate. Dewsbury Hall turns on the ball in the centre of the field. He's looking for options. Fatawu was shouting, but Fatawu's got it on the edge of the box. Comes onto his left foot. Winks. Plays it back to Mavididi. To Fatawu, sorry. Fatawu goes to the byline. Oh, and he can't control it again. He went to the byline and he left the ball behind him. Indeed, Mike. Indeed. Well, Luke, it could have been. That was my argument. Would it have been? Wouldn't it have been? I guess in a way, we'll never know, will we? Yeah, he doesn't like going down that outside, Fatawu. He likes to cut on, obviously, onto his left foot. But, you know, the time he did go down, he set a beautiful ball up for Vardy. So Ricardo on the ball in the middle of the field. Oh! Fatawu, this time he did go onto his left foot. He managed to get a shot away, but it was straight at the Southampton keeper. Ronald, yeah, I would agree with you. Mind you, if he gives us a penalty, we win 1-0. We'll love him at the end. Oh, lovely quick ball to Vardy. Can Vardy get to it and get it across? He can. Oh, it beats the defender. Dewsbury Hall. Oh, it's closed down. It's still in the box, though. But now it's back with Winks. Good passage of play here for Leicester. Vardy now on the far side. Mavididi, he booted it. He managed to get it across Vardy, but it... Oh, indeedy with a long shot there. Oh. McCarthy wasn't going to get that, but it was wide. It was wide. But just before that, Vardy was, he ran onto the ball, managed to get it before it went out, crossed it over, went to Fatawu. Fatawu managed to get it into the box, but it just did not fall for him. Oh, Mavididi now manages to get the ball. He's got it in the corner. He's got the number 14 for Southampton. Watching him. He chips it into the box now. Oh. Fatawu won the header. Vardy went up for it, but it went out for a goal kick. At the moment, Leicester are causing... Oh, well, they're certainly asking Southampton questions. I think he missed the header there, Vardy. Daka would have got it, of course. That was a free kick from Southampton. Weeks given one. We don't want to do that. When we're on top, don't give away silly free kicks that you don't need to. It just allows the opposition to slow the game down. They've really redone their layout here with the BBC. Leicester at the moment with 54% possession. We've had 6 shots. Southampton have had 0 in this first quarter of an hour so far. So 54%, 6 shots, 1 on target. 4 block shots we've had. Southampton are yet to have a touch in our box. Leicester have had 12 touches in Southampton's box. I do like this from the BBC. It's some great tactics the way they've done it now. Hermansen's not had a save to make. They have. Of course, Shea Adams is playing. Leicester lad. Here we go. A long ball up. Fatawu gets his head on it. Oof. Vardy gets a back heel on it, but it doesn't go anywhere. Fatawu, you laid on the floor and the ball went straight past you. Get your fucking arse up. Southampton coming forward now. If we score from this... I mean, Fatawu, he went down, he just laid there, and then somebody passed the ball straight behind him as he was laid on the floor. Southampton just enjoying a little bit of possession at the moment. They're not really doing an awful lot with it. Always, Jeff. We're a Leicester fan. We always tempt fate if we open our mouths, don't we? 0-0. 15 minutes gone, quarter of an hour. 50-50 possession at the moment. Free kick to Leicester, to Southampton on the far side, halfway line, taking quickly. So Southampton. Indeed, he blocked the shot, but it only ends up with the Southampton player. Here we go, guys. Cheers. That's nice. Need that. Is it just me or is anybody else's nerves shot? Don't want it to go down to the last day. Really, really don't. Another Southampton free kick. A long pass, out to the far side. Headed clear by Justin, but only as far as the Southampton player. They've got it on the far wing. They're coming forward, Southampton. He went down then, but it was he did actually fall over himself. There's a Leicester throw-in. Could have taken it quickly to Vardy. He chose not to. Maybe he couldn't have got to it, but Justin's got the ball now to take the throw-in. Yeah, Andreas, exactly. Exactly. If you are new, please do subscribe, guys. Oh, cut out, sorry, by Fatawu, but now Southampton have it just inside the Leicester half. They turn on the ball. They got all the space as normal down there, left, our right. Rinks is back covering. Still have it at the moment. Southampton have definitely come back into this game in the last 4 or 5 minutes. And it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. No, it doesn't. It's played across the defence by Southampton. So we've stopped them attacking us, certainly. They've just overtaken us in the possession department. Oh, it's a good ball over the top for Southampton. Down there, left, our right. Oh, it's a shot from Southampton. We got the block in. Dewsbury Hall to Fatawu. Back to Dewsbury Hall. Oh, that's got to be a free kick, surely. Oh, is he playing on? Fatawu's got it, but there's nobody up with him. Back to Dewsbury Hall, who was taken out, it has to be said. But I think the referee may have played advantage. Fatawu did have the ball, but wasn't able to. He'd got too many defenders running back with him, to be honest with you. That one with a quick Kit Kat. So Mavididi on the far side chips it into the box. Oh, it's headed clear. Dewsbury Hall was lurking just behind the defenders, but they managed to get it clear. It's back to Faz, just inside the Southampton half on the right. Plays 1-2 with Winks. Looking for somebody to pass it to. Vestergaard gives him that option. Plays forward now to Ndidi. Back to Winks. Winks runs forward with the ball. Finds Mavididi on the far side. Mavididi will cut into the box. Oh, lovely ball. Justin had a shot then. Justin was all on his own. He had a shot, but it came off a Southampton player. Ricardo off Fatawu. It's into the box. Oh, indeed, he goes up for it, but it's headed wide. So Leicester getting, but yeah, well, it's like a little period for Leicester, then a period for Southampton, now a period for Leicester again. Oh. Turnby Rangers. Oh, come on now. Vestergaard. Oh, a lovely turn. Still got it, Ndidi. Winks has got it. The attack didn't come to anything, but they still got the ball. Oh! Oh, my God! Oh, that's the best chance of the game. Fatawu got it on this side. Brought it inside. A lovely cross into the box. Mavadini coming down the far side. Manages to keep the ball in. Chips it across. Their goalkeeper gets a hand to it. And then it's headed clear. Vardy wasn't quite up with the play enough. And it's headed out for a corner. Oh. Vardy's just having a word with Madley. Oh, it was a foul, apparently. Vardy gave away the foul in challenging the defender. I don't think so. But bad defending there by Southampton. It goes out for throw. Vardy, calm down, mate. Calm down. That was the best chance of the game so far. And it fell Leicester's way after 20-odd minutes. And now frozen. Yeah, Vardy's definitely up for it tonight. I'll just have to refresh my my screen, guys. Jake, I take it you're a Leeds fan, are you? So, it's a free kick to Leicester. Ricardo got taken out there. So just literally on the halfway line, where it dissects the centre circle on the near side for Faze to take the free kick short to Ricardo. Gets it back. Faze plays it forward. Oh, indeed, he cut out by two Southampton defenders. Yeah, it was a little bit. It was freezing, Ronald. Matthew, are you talking about Leeds there? I think you are. Yeah, Matthew's definitely talking. He's talking about a shit team, so he must be talking about Leeds. So, Southampton coming forward now. Oh, Fatawu just stood his ground there and didn't let the player pass. A long ball up. I don't know if Vardy's going to get to this. I think he is, actually. Vardy all on his own. He has got a defender. He chips it into the box. Oh, doesn't quite get through to Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, who was coming in. Russ, asking the question, Russ. That's all I'm doing. Fatawu! Yeah! Yeah! Get him! Get him, fucking Leicester City! 1-0 Fatawu! 24 minutes gone! Wellers, Leicester City 1! Southampton 0. There's a player went down in the centre circle. The referee, fair play to Richard Madley, played on. The ball went through to Fatawu, totally unmarked. He pointed, but then he pointed to play on. Fatawu, was he onside or offside? Ed Vall would probably say he had a toenail offside, but he was all alone, played it in, went round the goalkeeper. Thank you very much. 1-0 to Leicester City. That's what we wanted. That will settle the nerves. Oh. Wow. Wow. He does a flip as well, Fatawu. What can you say? 1-0 to Leicester. 24 minutes on the clock. The corner straight back from Southampton. I'll take 3 more. Oh, you're having a moment there, do you know? Yes, yes, yes. Oh. My reaction, Jeff, or somebody else's from Leicester? Leicester having to do a bit of defending at the moment from that corner. Southampton have got it away, but it's still with Southampton. Well, I've got to be honest with you, mate. That was tight. Matthew, go and chew on a bushel sprout, mate. But this is Leicester. A lot can happen. So they're on the left here now with Southampton. Played it back into their own half. Luke, you're a gentleman, sir. Thank you very much indeed. Southampton coming away. That'll be a free kick, though. Yes, it is in the centre circle. Very quickly taken by Southampton. Again, playing down this left-hand side. Nobody picking them up. There's an overlap for Southampton. Oh, kicked it again. Kicked it against Mavadini. Mavadini kicked it back at him. It hit the Southampton player, and he went out for a goal kick. Russell Martin looking concerned. Matthew, go and ask yourself, mate. I've kicked you. Don't need that. Jay, Ipswich are still there. They've got a few games in hand now. Don't know what Enzo and Russell Martin are arguing about. The fourth official stood between them. Having a long conversation, the two managers there. There's a couple of Leeds fans in, and very nice to have them. Matthew, I don't know. Fatahu's down. I think he got injured in that clearance. Or is it Mavadini that's down? No, it is Fatahu. Come in, have a bit of banter, but insult after insult. But thank you for the views. You've earned me a bit of money there, Matthew. Enzo shouting out instructions here. Coming up to half an hour. This, of course, will be added on. Leicester, LCFC, I think it's the 70s. 70s or 80s, I think. 80s, possibly. Lineker's time. So it could be late 70s, early 80s. Steve Lynick wore this shirt. I don't know the actual season, though. There's Phil. You're a gentleman, sir. My son just kicked it straight out from there, from the free kick. No way, it's a throw in on the far side, quickly taken by the Saints. Yeah, Russ. I agreed. That I think would have been given offside in the Premier League. We had one ruled offside. Do you remember our second goal against you in the first game that should have been a goal, or the second game? Look, do we want VAR? I don't. I'd sooner the referees and linesmen make the odd mistake. They're human. You have to go with it, I'm afraid. It does balance out. Like I say, that goal that was disallowed against yourself that wasn't offside, Daka's goal, Daka would have made it 2-0. And then I think you got a different game, but it wasn't counted. It was given offside, and you guys went on and won it. Annoying at the time. But then there's a barge, it's a free kick, Paz has gone down. But then, it happens. It kind of balances out. And before we had VAR, I was shouting for VAR, as I think a lot of people were, because there was a lot of referees' mistakes. And to be honest with you, I think we do tend to go on about the referees too much. But in the Premier League, they've got VAR now, but it's shit. So I'd be quite happy to go back to no VAR, to be honest with you. Yeah, fair play, Luke. Fair play. Hiya, Banana. Dewsbury Hall. Oh, Fataru offside, so it's a free kick, and they've taken it quickly, Southampton. It's all kind of kicked off for you, hasn't it, True? I'm not sure. I don't know the full story, but wasn't the complaints about the VAR or the referee being a Luton fan? I mean, if he is a Luton fan, he should not have been in charge of that game. I mean, all right, you say, well, Luton weren't playing, but it affected Luton. So he shouldn't. If he is, he should not have been on the pitch, or VAR, whichever he was. Yeah, I think it was Ronald. I think we saw that, but like I say, that's the way that it goes. Leicester got a throw in halfway inside their own half on the far side. Back with Hermansen. Oof. They are playing dangerously at the back. Now can we break? Vardy to Dewsbury Hall on the edge of the area. Dewsbury Hall. He should have passed it earlier. It was a lovely through ball there from, I think it was Ricardo. Played it through, and it just, Vardy had it, played it onto Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall could have played it back, didn't, and then he was closed down by 3 Southampton defenders. I know there was one, Russ, but look, it's the way it goes. Without that, you'd have drawn the game, but you went on and won it. So fair play to you. Like I say, it happens. We haven't got VAR. Would we sooner have VAR and get all these decisions still wrong and have to wait 5 minutes for them? Now, Leicester won the possession back. Mavadidi on the far side. Vardy's clearing the box. Plays to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall was tripped. No. The handball. Dewsbury Hall, try passing the fucking ball. Yes, he did in his hand, but he'd gone down. But then again, he went down very easily. That's another free kick to Southampton off Ndidi. Southampton going down like brides knickers on the wedding night at the moment. 34 minutes gone. Oh, Faz got caught out there, but Wink's doing his defending job. Dewsbury Hall. Oh, In fact, I was just about to say not having a very good game. He tried to put a ball through there that would have put Vardy clear, but it was cut out by the Southampton defender. Indeed, he's stopped their handball. It was shot at him more than anything. Elliott's just said no horror decisions. Oh, Faster got the header. Yeah, I didn't think it was there. I literally, on my hanger, I've got little clips on all of my hangers saying what season, then home, away, and third. I'm a sad bastard. I'm a sad bastard. I can't think what the early 90s away white shirt was. Oh, indeed, he holds on to the ball well there. Plays it back to Fowles. 1-0, 36 minutes gone. Southampton 60% possession at the moment. But they've only had 2 shots. Leicester have had 11. LTiDtv got 2 players on him. Turns beautifully, though. Doesn't get past the third player, but it comes to Dewsbury Hall, to James Justin. Plays it back to Vestergaard. He plays it forward to Dewsbury Hall on the far wing. Cuts inside. Hangs on to... I don't know what I thought he'd stop them, but it's still with LTiDtv on the wing. Back to Winks. Dewsbury winks. Dewsbury doesn't wink. Dewsbury was passing it to Winks. You know what I mean? Vestergaard. LTiDtv. Oh, he couldn't hold on to it. LTiDtv. Tawu, good defending there. Got back from behind the Southampton player. Got into the Southampton player. That should be cut out by Faze. Yes, it is. Tawu, lovely play. Oh, goes past 2 challenges. Dewsbury Hall gives it away again. Not having his best game, Dewsbury Hall. But how often have we said that? I think you've got to look sometimes at all these players being picked on their names and their past reputation. I try LCFC. Now LTiDtv on the far side. Vardy's up with him. Oh, but he's lost it. And Southampton have got the ball. LTiDtv, get up, get up. And the free kick goes to Southampton. I don't get it. Been kicked out by Southampton. I think so a player can get a little bit... Oh, there's a substitution coming on for Southampton. Southampton sub on the 38th minute. So Rothwell off. Small bone on. So as we look at the table, Leicester City first with 94 points. Normally, that would guarantee you promotion. In fairness, Leeds second on 90. Normally, that would guarantee promotion. Ipswich third with 89. And even Southampton on 84. A lot of seasons, that'll get you second place. But Leeds and Leicester in the top 2 positions. Ipswich got a game on us, of course. They've got that the Coventry game, which wasn't played at the weekend because Coventry were giving it up to Man United. Anyway, Southampton player received the ball on his chest and it knocked him over. So they've still got it, though, on the halfway line here, Southampton, just in the Leicester half. Now it's back into their own half, in the centre circle. It's going to be chipped over to the far wing. Oh, lovely. Left indeed for standing there. Southampton now applying a little bit of pressure just before half time. 5 minutes to go till half time. So Southampton passing it around a bit here, not really penetrating at the moment, just waiting for the right opportunity. Oh, Ricardo, kick again. Now he's running into the half. Oh, it's a good. Well done, Vardy. Brilliant run by Vardy there. The ball from Ricardo was like Fuchs passing that ball through for Vardy 11 in 11. It was a lovely ball through. Didn't quite hard enough for Vardy to get to it, but the defender had to get in the way and he's put it out for a corner kick to Leicester. Dewsbury Hall with his corner. And it's straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Leicester fans, you can hear them singing. 1983 to 1985 this shirt was, guys. It's an Admiral shirt, of course. Love Admiral. I think they made the best shirts. Vestergaard just clearing up here, but Justin will get a throw-in off the player. There's the green and yellow one, which is on the Jameson whiskey bottle. Just, if I can just, there. Special edition Jameson whiskey with the away shirt on. Do you remember when your shirts lasted 2 seasons? Do you remember those days? So, kind of not sure what he's doing there. He's giving it away to Shea Adams, who will let it go out. Russell Martin not happy with that decision, but it's gone Leicester's way. Yeah, that was offside. He was offside, but he claims he didn't touch it. But did he touch the ball? That's the question. We're into the last minute of normal time. Long boot up by Mads Hermansson. Oh, luckily, we were lucky with the bounce there. Kieran Dewsbury Hall running forward now. Still got plenty of endeavour, Dewsbury Hall. I think it was, Russ. I think it was. I don't understand that. Okay, I'll bring it when I come over and stay with you for my holiday in the Philippines, Jeff. I'll bring it with me. How about that? So we're literally now 45 minutes have gone. 3 minutes. 3 minutes of added time. Southampton coming forward on this near side. Lovely 1-2. Face comes over to cover. And puts it out for throw-in. Good defending there by Bout Face. I don't remember us having a brown shirt, Chris. Indeed, Russ, indeed. Goal kick to Leicester. Coming off Shea Adams. I don't think we've ever had a brown shirt. We've had golds. Certainly not had a brown ironed coupe shirt that I remember. I'm just looking on my website here and I haven't got that down. Unless it was before the 83 season. Oh no, 79 to 83 was Umbro. Brown and yellow. Somebody send me a picture of it. I stand corrected. But I do not remember. Oh, there was an away shirt, I'm guessing. Oh, given away by Southampton. Oh, James Justin tries to keep it forward, but nobody on the end of it. They did, Ronald. That's why I can't remember. I can never remember Leicester having a brown and yellow shirt. Free kick to Leicester. Just running the clock down now. Nothing's coming up on Google. Not as a shirt. Oh, it's offside. And that's it. It's half time, everybody. I am going to go do what I need to do, water the garden, and we will be back in a few minutes. Somebody send it me on Twitter. I cannot find a brown shirt on Google at all. We've got khaki t-shirts. And like goldy colour shirts. We've had like a khaki one that was where we folded it inside out, but no brown shirt is coming up at all on Google. But we will be back in a few minutes. Thanks very much, guys. Don't go away. We'll be back. 1-0 to... Brad.
Wow, that's weird, isn't it? It was a weird half of football.
Don't call me weird. There's no need for that. I just went Brad.
Yeah, well, also weird is you. But yeah, strange half. But it's like I said to you at West Brom, and I said it before this game, mate. The performance doesn't matter. What matters right now is the winning.
It is. It is. I felt comfortable. I've got to ask you first of all: have we ever had a brown shirt?
Yes, we did.
I don't remember it. There's no picture coming up on Google. I do not remember us having a brown shirt.
We've definitely had a brown shirt. I remember seeing it. It was locked away in the archives. It was never out on the display, but I have seen the dreaded shirt that's up for discussion. I think it was banished for being very unlucky.
Well, somebody just said we very rarely won in it.
Yeah, but I do know it exists. I couldn't remember what it looked like exactly, but I do remember I have seen it with my own eyes. But yeah, there you go. There's the problem the kit solved.
Well, how long ago was it? Was it a while? Was it like back in the?
Oh, it was back in the day, Chris. It was back in the day. It wasn't a recent kit. The closest we've got to wearing something like that was probably the burgundy kit we wore for the FA Cup final. That one's probably about as close colour-wise as we got to it. Maybe that mixed with that also just as horrible weird grey kit we had. Do you remember that?
We had a few weird ones. We had one that was greyish, but on the inside it was blue. You could turn it inside out. Anyway, talk to me about that first half.
It was weird. It was weird, wasn't it? Because for the first 20 minutes, Southampton just weren't there. Just didn't turn up. And they pretty much played that off as if to allow training for Leicester, because Leicester haven't really had anything to worry about. The good thing, Chris, is, unlike previous games, and we always flag up the two obvious ones, the Bristol City and the Millwall game, we scored when we was on top. We had the dominant spell. We had the one, realistically, the one clear chance, and faster we buried it into the corner of the net, which was nice. That's the big key difference, because really Southampton, well, they're yet to throw a punch in this fight.
Definitely. Talk us through the goal.
Well, it was a weird one, wasn't it? Because Leicester just had a couple of half chances. I can't say good chances because they were half chances. They weren't clear cut. They weren't anything to get. There's two out the seats. So that indeed chance was a good one beforehand. And then I don't know. I mean, there's always going to be that debate about VAR, which doesn't exist in the Championship. So I wish people would stop comparing it. But maybe on another day that would have been given as a foul. I don't personally think it is. I don't think it's a foul. Yeah, it was great because we stayed switched on.
I've just sent you a message, mate.
I did see it. I was just trying to sort something on here. So
do need you on camera if possible.
I'm on camera now.
It was well taken though.
Yeah, it was, and Southampton were caught napping. They were switched off, and like I said, the one moment where we got in behind properly, we scored from it, and we needed it because, like I said, previous games, getting the fans' mind, getting the players' mind is all we've been in this position before. Where we've been on top, and we haven't gone on to take the chances. So it was good. It was a good finish. He was composed. He didn't second guess himself, and rightfully at the time, and well, for the first half, rightfully Leicester have the lead going into the second half. For me, the only thing I'd say now is, and it's so obvious to say, but it's true, a second goal is vital. We need that second goal. I think you kill Southampton off the way they're going for this. They're not really seem up for it. We seem to have absolutely fizzled them out. They haven't got a plan.
No, that's very true, by the way. I know what you mean. He has many pairs of brown underpants. It's called following Leicester. I mean, I had a Leeds fan in, I think he's still in. Was it offside? I think VAR may well have given it, but we don't have VAR. Leeds had a goal that was offside yesterday. Our second goal against Leeds was offside. when it wasn't, given offside when it wasn't in that game, which would have made us 2-0 and would have been a different game. As the Southampton fan said, mistakes are made in this league. Sooner have that than the referees being human than having to put up with VAR.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we're hoping next season will be excruciating the joys of VAR by being in the Premier League. But yeah, it is nice, and it's nice to kind of, for however much longer we're going to be in the division, we're obviously still got 45 minutes in this game and 2 games to go to decide that fate. But it's nice to kind of feel like football balancing itself out, Chris, doesn't it? Instead of waiting on a VAR decision to kind of feel justified for it, it's getting balanced out. So, look, we've had goals that shouldn't have been chalked off, the Leeds one. So, yeah, it's nice to have one go in our favour, isn't it?
It is. And like you say, it does balance out. And I say Leeds, benefited from that one of ours, Daka's goal. They benefited last night because if that goal hadn't counted, you could argue it would have only been 3-3. But like you say, at the end of the day, it's nice to celebrate or whatever at the time. Just looking here, and I know you're not a stat man, but Southampton 63.5% possession.
Yeah, playing very negative football. Like I said earlier to you, Chris, about their manager who spoke in his press conference, he seems like he has set up to give up on the playoffs and just keep people as fresh as they can. So it was kind of ironic, wasn't it, that they get an injury. It seems like they can't escape injuries, Southampton at the moment. But they just don't seem up for it, which I'm a little bit, I'm actually kind of happy. If that's how they're going to play, Chris, for the rest of the game, then we don't have too much to worry about. Can
I just say that we've had 11 shots, 2 on target, 3 off target, 6 have been blocked. They have not had a shot yet, not on target or off target. They just haven't. They've had 2 that were kind of blocked, and that's it. Yeah, they've not. Like I said, Chris, they've been surprisingly passive. They haven't come at Leicester. They haven't attacked it at Leicester. And you feel the longer it goes on in this game, and the longer Leicester have the lead, the more surely Southampton have to come out and go for it, which will again benefit Leicester with their style of play, and that can hopefully create the chances to kill the game up. Yeah, 109 of you in. I'm not sure what the likes are, but 109 of you in. Do smash the likes, guys. It does help.
Leave a like now.
Yeah, we've got 66 likes. We hit the 50 at half time. We need to get to 100. Talk to me about KDH, because I've not been impressed again this game. Is it just me, or? To be honest with you, one thing I am frustrated about, probably you could say about all the players really, is, and I think Elliott made the point on Fox's Hub. They just seem to drop the tempo, drop the urgency a bit after going a goal in front. It seemed as if Leicester were going, well, if you're not going to bother Southampton, we've got no need to find the emphasis for a second goal. And that was a little bit flat. But yeah, again, we've been saying it for weeks and weeks, Chris. Unfortunately, KDA has just been a bit below par. He's done a defensive duty well, but he's getting out of the ball, getting out of his feet, so it's not costing us, because luckily for us, our recovery and mess up by Southampton has been just as bad, but he's making some wayward passes and not getting hold of the ball in the way he usually does. No. I would take him off. I mean, he has a couple of good runs, but you just know, and he's going to prove me wrong. I know he's going to prove me wrong and have a go on a mazy run and score a worldie in the second half. But for me, I would change him, to be honest with you, because there's no point having a player on that we know he's good if he's got no final product. Anybody else? I mean, we've risked it a couple of times at the back, haven't we? Yeah, we have, and that's been throughout the season. We've kind of done that. It's kind of the normal football to a degree. You're always guaranteed to have a little bit of risk of a back, but again, that's why I emphasise the recovery rate, because we know that the midfield works that channel, don't they? They back up the support to put pressure on their defence
when they're passing around the back, which is where Leicester have looked most dangerous, like they did actually at St Mary's. They looked dangerous when they pressed Southampton. And again, the back 3 and 4 get back to help the defence out, recover their numbers.
Yeah, indeed. Would you make any changes?
No, I don't see the need to. Southampton haven't really pressed us enough, so there's no exhausted bodies out there. I think in this situation you want to get to the hour mark, Chris, and then maybe look to changes if we've.
Players are out, mate. So I'm going to let you go.
No worries. So, I will see you at full time, mate.
Full time. Let's hope we're still happy. So here we go. The second half. The players are out. More the same, says Matt Elliott. Yes, please, says me. And we're off. So let me just try and catch up here and get everything set up. There we go. So no changes for Leicester in this second half. We've got 73 likes. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlefolk. 173 likes. 27 of you haven't liked. What you doing? Yeah, he is hustling, and like I say, I suppose. Well, let's do, like I say, maybe I'm being I'm being hypercritical if I'm honest. Jeff, did you send me a message? Or did you mean at full time? So, Leicester all in blue, kicking from right to left towards the Kop. So Leicester, Winks on the far side. Plays it inside to Kieran Dewsbury Hall, who's bundled over, but no, doesn't get the foul. No foul, says Richard Madley. Oh, good defending there by Justin. Excellent defending. That was a good defending by Justin. So we're 45 minutes off. Well, if we do this, we've got 2 games left. We only, depending what everybody else does, we only need 1 win. But we've got to hold on to this one first of all. Try that one, Jeff. Or if you tell me yours, I'll send a message to you. So say Leicester all in blue, right to left now to the Kop. Southampton giving the ball away. Then the red tops, black shorts, white socks. Kieran Dewsbury Hall through to Vardy. He's wanting support, but it was a bad cross, and he holds his hand up and he knows it. Nobody up with him, in fairness, and LTiDtv was, but he was further behind. Throw into Southampton on the near side, just inside Leicester's half. Quickly taken, number 36 for Southampton. Still got the ball. Taru, I thought he was going to climb all over the player then. The corner. Yes, it is. It's a corner. Ricardo down, but it's a corner. Was for Martin shouting at his players. This is up for Leicester. I tell you what, I'm hot. I've got the fan on. I am sweating buckets here. I'm sweating like a virgin let loose in a brothel. But we're still 1-0 up. It's all, as I said, and do check it out. It's gone up a day early, by the way, but if you go and check my column on the BBC website, on the Leicester City page, the bbc.co.uk/Leicester City, as I've said at the moment, it's all about the result, not the performance. Southampton got the space here on this their right, our left, but they are being forced back down the line for Southampton. The cross goes in, Faz kicks it out, and it will be a throw in. Good defending there. So it's a free kick to Southampton. Oh, we follow each other. We do follow each other, Jeff. I sent you a message, Jeff. Just check if you get it, and then I'll send you what I want to send you. So it's a free kick to Southampton, 51 minutes. The substitute to take it. Line of Leicester defenders in the just outside the box. Oh, poor free kick. Oh, Mads Hermansen came out, collected it. It's a quick break now for Leicester. Can we keep it in? No, we can't. Fatawu knocked. It was a bit too far in front of him there. We do. It's a free kick, just in on the near side. Over halfway into the Southampton half, facing the Kop, but we lose the ball. We get it back, though. Indeed, chips all the way over to Fatawu, who's unmarked on the far side. Oh, he has a shot, but it goes over. But well worth having a shot. Hi, Ben. Fatawu got the goal. Welcome along. Hope everything's all right. Nice for you to pop in. Appreciate family always comes first, mate. Yeah, they doubled up on him, Fatawu, there in the box. He couldn't really do much else. Oh, Fatawu there did a great break into the box, but again wasn't able to get it past the Southampton player, who gives it away back to Fatawu. Shot again. He takes another shot, and it's over the top. No, he should maybe. Well, he tried to pass, I think, to Vardy in the first instance, got cut out. But then Southampton gave it away again. It came back to Fatawu, and now it was an awful shot. Dewsbury Hall now having another shot. At the moment, again, Leicester enjoying the majority of the possession, but can Southampton bring it away now? I'm not sure. Bell, how you doing, mate? Helena, how you doing? How much a week? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Did you get my second message, Jeff? I've no idea. Justin. Free kick taken back to Vestergaard. 10 minutes gone into this second half. Just keep the dirty ones on, Richard, when we're playing twice a week. Saves a lot of washing up powder, and it's good for the environment. Oh, I tried to get Vardy through there, but it was cut out by the Southampton fan. Back to the goalkeeper, KDH. Puts it in. Oh, Southampton playing it risky then at the back, but they have got it away to the halfway line. It's a free kick just in there. What? Look, when we're playing this often, why risk getting doing all the dirties? Just keep them on. So now on the far side, it's Southampton with the ball, playing it back into the middle, in the centre circle, in the Leicester half. Oh, good save by Hermansen from Armstrong, but he was offside. He was offside. Calm down, everybody. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Calm down. Calm down. 104 of you in. Hello to each and every one of you. $79 likes. We need to get up to 100 by the end of the match. Come on, guys. Vestergaard with a long free kick out to Fatawu. He's being held there, surely. Yeah. Oh. In fairness, it was a foul. He was being held. The linesman's waving away, but Richard Madley played a very good advantage there. Vardy was almost through. Managed to make the goalkeeper drop the ball, but unfortunately didn't fall for him. Oh, Hermansen dropping the ball there, or missing it. Ricardo picking it up. That's in the safe feet. Well, at the safe feet of. Oh, Hermansen. When it just showing that replay again, it went up for it. Went through his hands by the look of it. So Ricardo. Right, I think if you make another comment, Jeff, we're going to say welcome to Jeff. We were looking for a new moderator. and there was a vacancy, and he Jeff has agreed. He's in here for all the matches, so welcome along with Gray as a mod. Hi, Craig. How you doing, mate? So coming up to half an hour left. Yvonne, you're quite right. Couple of substitutes now, 59 minutes. These obviously are tactical changes. The one that earlier on in the first half was an injury. Good luck tomorrow, Craig. No, thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Scott has stood down for modding duty, so welcome along. He's having a good game, Vestergaard. Southampton there trying to do a Beckham, scoring from the halfway line, but it wasn't even over Madsen Manson. It just literally Madsen Manson just stood there and went, thank you very much. Got a busy day tomorrow. No football, but I've got the breakfast show on Surrey Hills Community Radio. That's surreyhillsradio.co.uk, surreyhillsradio.co.uk. And I do the breakfast show Monday to Friday, 7 till 10 a.m. Mavadidi on the ball, just in the box, chips it in. Yeah! Wilfred Ndidi, get in! My son! 2-0! 2-0! Wilfred Ndidi, a lovely cross in from Mavadidi. Mavadidi to Ndidi. There, look, he's going happy. He's fist bumping his top in the crowd. 2-0. 2-0. Wow, this is it now. Surely we can't cock this up. Well, we can. It's Leicester. It was a back heel in the box from Vardy, found Mavadidi, chipped it into the box. Ndidi coming in late and headed in. 2-0 to Leicester City. Leicester City 2, Southampton 0. It's not all over yet. We've got another 2 games to go. But wow. 62 minutes. A lovely back heel from Vardy. How are we feeling, guys? Substitutions now. Hamza Chowdhury coming on. Ricardo off, Chowdhury on. I think that's just a case of putting an extra defensive player in there. Wow, I'm going to give myself a heart attack. Come on, we've got to get up to that 100 likes now. We're 2-0 up, guys. Come on. If you're happy and you're a Leicester fan, click that like. It's 81. We've got 19. We've got 102 of you in. We need to hit that. We don't need to, but I always try and hit the 100 likes on a watch along. Let me catch up with these comments here. Andreas, get in. Gray. Yvonne. Dino, Duke Toon, Jeff. Yes, indeed. Jeff, you are a lucky one. You're going to be a mod now for as long as I'm alive because we make you a mod and we score. Phil, yes, indeedy. Oh, definitely. I missed the chance, didn't I? Stefan just got in from work to see you celebrating 2-0. Did I celebrate? I thought I was quite reserved. Ben, get in there. 2-2, more to go. Yeah. Come on, Leicester. Let's make it 3. Yeah, well, let's not be greedy, but yes, definitely. Let's go for 3. But we needed that. Vichai had a dream, says Gray, singing the song. I think you should record it and send it to me, don't you? I think you should record that, Gray. Record yourself singing it, and I can use it as a jingle. Yeah, Chowdhury's on. Best pass in a while. Yeah, it was Wolves. Richard, thank God. Helena loves Hamzy. Russ, please keep it 2-0. No stress needed today. No. Smash the lights if you love football. Good health, Chris. Yes, indeed, Jeff. George is enjoying it. I want another Yvonne. That's always... See, you women, never enough, is it? Never enough. Yannick Vestergaard's just been booked. Didn't see what it was because I was going to say it now. Oh, yes. In fairness, he went in the back of him. Yeah, he took him out from behind. That's what I want, Gray. Me duck. Got to include a me duck at the end. Oh, good defending from James, James Justin there. Blocks it. Mavadidi plays it back to Justin. Inside to Ndidi. Back to Vestergaard. To Justin. He'll probably go back as he does. Yes, to Hermanson. Southampton player coming in, but Hermanson is upfield. Leicester. Vardy wants the free kick, says he was pushed in the back. Madley's not giving it. You know, supporting Leicester, I always say, isn't it? It's a roller coaster of a ride. Problem is, I always get sick on roller coasters. Free kick to Leicester offside. No sillies. No, indeed, Phil. We do not want any sillies. Who was the gentleman with the brown knickers, brown pants? Maybe they're just a few little skid marks now. Let's have a look at the stats as it stands. Southampton's still way ahead on the possession, but who matters? Vardy just given a foul away there. He's got a smile on his face. They still haven't had a shot on target, Southampton. Somebody in the crowd, don't know who it is. No idea who that was in the crowd. So they've had 5 shots of Southampton, but they've not had one on target yet. Only had 6 touches in the box. Goal difference is 44. Leeds is 43. So they're coming forward now, Southampton. They've got nothing else to do. They are looking at their automatic promotion hopes blowing in the wind. I think if they lose this, they're on 84. They can't, with the goal difference, they can't get it Oh, good defending by Wout Faz there. It was offside anyway, the Southampton player, but he wasn't to know that. So it's 2-0. Leicester. James Justin winning possession back. Yeah, just looking. So Southampton on 84. Obviously got 2 games left now. That would give them, if they won both of those, 90. Leeds United are on 90, but Leeds United have got plus 43. Southampton are on plus 27. So as it stands, I mean, they're not going to... Mathematically, yes, but... Oh, can Mavididi get to that? No, he can't. On board. 20 minutes to go. I mean, you look in there, 13, 16 that they did to win that 8-0, 8-0, and hope that Leeds don't score and don't win the last 2 games. So it is good night, Southampton, I'm afraid. One more win, indeed. And we're playing Preston, who aren't in the best of form, Jeff. We've got to remember that. '86. Come on, guys. 107 of you in. 86 likes. We need 100 likes. Leicester. Oh, lovely play. Mavididi in the box. Oh! Mavididi did a 1-2. Got a lovely ball down this near side. Played it into the box. And Vardy just couldn't quite get onto the end of it. A lovely 1-2. Put the ball across. Oh, no. It was just... Vardy was being marked out there. Justin takes the throw in line with the penalty spot on the near side. Takes it short to Ndidi, who plays it out. It's going to be a Southampton throw. Come on, I don't get out of bed for less than 100 likes. Just noticed they've got Moonpig advertising on their shorts, Southampton. I don't want to sort of jinx it, but yeah, Richard, they are actually. So they've got a passage of play here, Southampton. They break on the far side. Winks is coming back to cover. Oh, he gets past Winks, but he doesn't get past Chowdhury. Hoops it upfield. That's what Chowdhury was put on to do. Clean pants tonight. Didn't see that first time, Richard. Chowdhury there again. Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure what Hermansen was doing there, but he got the ball, but he kicked it out. They had a bit of an argument, I think, there with Wout Faz. But again, a couple of good touches there by Chowdhury. First one especially, put his weight. Winks couldn't quite get the ball off the defender, and Chowdhury came in and said, I'm having that. And that's what he's on the pitch for, let's be honest with you. I tell you what, it's warm, guys. Or is it just me going through the menopause? Mavididi touches it well. Justin here, breaking forward. Oh, tries to get it forward. Tried to play through. He's got it back. James Justin got it back. KDH. Mavididi now on this side. Can he provide another cross into the box? He can, but it ends up with the Southampton player. Back to the goalkeeper who kicks it upfield. But it's cut out. It's Ndidi to James. Back to Ndidi. Winks there, who cut the initial kick out by the Southampton keeper. A third goal would kill the game off. Yes, 100% Gray. I think we did against West Brom a lot as well. Chowdhury pulled back. We managed to get the pass out to Fataru. He cuts inside. Yeah! Yes! Yes! Fataru! Did I just say a third goal would kill this off? Well, Southampton are dead. It's Leicester City 3, Southampton 0. Oh my God, 74 minutes. Fataru, he did it. He's been threatening, he's been trying it all game, trying to get on the inside. Finally, he managed to cut on the inside, left-footed rifle shot into the goal. Leicester City 3, Southampton 0. The goalkeeper was getting nowhere near that. On his left foot. A screamer. An absolute screamer. 3-0. Brad's got his prediction spot on. I'm spitting everywhere. I don't care. Top has got a huge smile on his face. A huge smile. Helena says, oh my God, pinch me. Oh. Hey, Yvonne, no spoilers, remember. No spoilers. Literally, I just said a third goal would kill it off. Is this real? Pinch you? I tell you what, I've been pinching myself so much today, it's almost like self-abuse. Beautiful goal, it was. We're not going down, we're staying up. All right, Jay. Fataru. Voulez-vous? I don't know the song, but apparently that's the tune. I know, me as well, mate. Me as well. I'd gone 2-1, I think, in the prediction league. Lovely goal. Now, Jamie Vardy's trying to cut the ball down. 77. No subs. Oh, well, one sub made, isn't it? Obviously. Oh, but now it's a free kick to. Oh, Southampton broke then. 2 players down. Wout Faz and a Southampton player. But the free kick went Leicester's way. Great. Oh, naughty. It is getting closer. Yes, indeed, it is on. It is on. If we go, I don't know what the position is with all this embargo. Anyway, Leicester now. Mavididi. Oh, he's gone past about 2 or 3 players. Is he back to Justin? Mavididi was just saying, if you want it, come and get it off me. We're not promoted yet, Craig. We need one more win. Yeah! 1-4! That's 4! Jamie fucking Vardy! Yes! Come on! 4-0! This could end up as 9. Whoa! We want 4. We got 4. It just gets better and better and better. Vardy there, sneaking in. Chowdhury, was it Fatawu? Yeah, Chowdhury to Fatawu. Fatawu on that side, plays it in. Vardy comes running in, right-footed in the near corner, and it's 4-0 to Leicester. What? Where do we go? What are we doing? Am I dreaming? Somebody! No, don't wake me up, actually. Leave me asleep, because I'm enjoying this. Keep pinching. I am. Leicester City 4, Southampton 0. He wants to see Leicester. I'm always mental, Craig. You know me. Oh. This is ruthless, Leicester. Yep, it is. Southampton haven't turned up tonight. They just haven't turned up. Very disappointing. You need to, Craig. It's this Southern internet. Who are you with? Oh, good defending by Vestergaard again. Now KDH is on. Leicester on the break here. 4 against 3. Vardy. Yeah! Yeah! Fucking get in! Get the fucking 5-0! 5-0! Fatawu second! Leicester's 5th! OMG! 80 minutes! 5-0! We're scoring for fun! Can we get 9? Can we get 9? That is a question. Wow! 5-0! Fatawu with his second. Leicester's. My voice is going. Kieran Dewsbury Hall played it out to Vardy. Vardy passes it over. Fatawu coming in on the far side. It's a lovely ball. It said, somebody get on the end of it. Fatawu was there. He did. Leicester get 5. This is all over now. This is all over. It was all over at 3, to be honest with you. Probably even all over at 2. Russell Martin looks absolutely pissed off, but then we're used to Southampton managers looking like that. Southampton fans, bye-bye. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. What the hell is going on? I have no idea. I'm pissed. Vardy's off. Daka is on. Hey, who cares? Maybe even Daka can score today. Who knows? Vardy for Daka. And Pratt is on as well. Not sure who's gone off for Pratt. If somebody can tell me, I was still celebrating. Who went off for Pratt? Luke only went 3. Absolutely not, Richard. Who needs the Viagra tonight, eh? Who needs the Viagra tonight, I'm asking. I know. Who did taking them to the cleaners? We have. We've left them off to be rinsed dried. We're rinsing them. Gray. That's what we're doing. Not only are we taking them to the cleaners, but we're rinsing them. Well, Craig, obviously Bournemouth fan, you'd like to see the Saints being beaten. Of course you do. There you go, Leeds. Indeedy. Well, 5-0. It was 4-1 earlier on in the season. I still don't know who went off. Can anybody tell me who Pratt came on for? He's on the ball now. Leicester have been absolutely brilliant. Oh, Warnock's a wanker. Who cares about Warnock? Okay. So, like I say, I've no idea who Pratt is on for. Oh, he was on for Indeedy. Indeedy is off. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. No, they don't march in because they're fucking crap and they're falling over themselves. Cheers, LCFC. And Langton Road. Hello, Langton Road. No, welcome along, sir. Number 6. We've still got 5 minutes plus stoppage time. So, yes, it is. Great. Look, we can be cocky. We can be cocky when we win. The tables, we are plus 47. Leeds are plus 43. We are on 94 points. Leeds are on 90. We don't play till Monday. Away at Preston. That would guarantee us. Do you remember we were away at Bolton? But last time we got promoted, we won it away at Bolton. If my memory serves me right. Hi, Langton. Very good. Good match all round. 2 more subs for Leicester. Vestergaard for Cody. And McAteer is coming on as well. And for Tarwu, he's not going to get a hat trick. It doesn't annoy me when they do that. The guy's going to be hungry for a hat trick. But anyway, he goes off. He's got his 2 goals. Thank you very much, Abdul. And he's got, his first one was well taken. His second one was a trademark Fatawu goal. Oh, in fact, he has got a hat trick. He has got a hat trick. Oh, I was actually miscounting. It was his 3rd goal. Fatawu. Yes. I lost count. Paul, I'd love to, mate. I'd love it. If we could do. Well done, Fatawu. His first hat trick. 5-0 there. Look at the screen. 5-0 to Leicester City. I say, we've not only taken them to the cleaners, we've given them a rinsing as well. I think I know who's going to be man of the match. Southampton coming forward for what would only be a consolation if they could get it. Just get past James, though. Oh. Connor Cody, as soon as he's back, he heads the ball over the line. 17 shots for Leicester. 5 for Southampton, none on target. Can you believe it? Hey, Ben, do it every game, mate. It's all gone right since you came in. Hamza hasn't been on long enough, Helena. Vestergaard, it's a fair shout. And it's one of those that, look, I know, I look, Patawa's getting it for me. He's played well. He's got a hat trick, so he gets it there. Doug, hello, mate. How you doing? And Jay, yes, it has done. Matthew, hello, sir. Vestergaard was brilliant. You're right, but my man of the match goes to Fatawu. Hat trick. How can you not give it to him? What three goals and 1 assist? What more do you want of them? What else can the man do? And we're up to the 90 minutes. 5 minutes. We've got time for another couple of goals, guys. We can't. We got the embargo, mate. Yeah, I say, well, we need one more win, depending what happens at the weekend. We don't play till Monday, but we'll know what we've got to do. We'll know whether a draw will be enough. I hope a draw's not enough. I just think that I hate it where, well, you only need a point and then you try and play for the draw. Not that I think Enzo will let that happen. Oh, cleared her, headed away. Southampton now in the 90th minute have decided to put a bit of pressure on us. Thank you, Richard. Thank you very much. My voice is absolute. I've got a breakfast show to do in the morning. And I was about to say when the third goal went in, if you're old enough, I've got 2 interviews tomorrow. I am interviewing Imagination. Do you remember Lee John from Imagination? Body talk. Body talk. Interviewing him and also Fairground Attraction. You've got to be perfect. A bit like Leicester tonight. Perfect. Fairground Attraction. Interviewing them tomorrow. They'll be on the radio later on in the week. Langton, does it matter? At 5-0. We want the clean sheet. We don't want to be silly and go forward and leave ourselves open. Is it four for the title from 2 games? That's interesting, Russ. I didn't know. Can Liverpool still win it? Just again, everybody knows it's the Euros this summer, and me and Doug will be doing a shit shirt show as we always do. Southampton coming away now. They've brought it into the centre. They have a push in the back there from Mavadidi. But Chowdhury gets his foot in. Winks cleans it up. And Faze is back out to Winks. To Dewsbury Hall. Plays it across field here to Vestergaard. In fairness, as you've all been saying, he's had a wonderful game. 119 of you in. 119. Have we hit the 100 likes? Come on, guys. We're 5-0 up. 94. We need 6 likes, guys. We're 5-0 up and we need 6 likes. You being serious here? Craig. You don't miss a chance, Craig. Oh, that was a bad foul on Pratt. He would have felt that, a knee in his leg, and he's still down. Thanks a lot, Wolves. Take care, buddy. Phil, all the best, mate. Take care as well. This will, of course, add minutes onto the minutes. Has he got up to 104 now, Neil? Oh, 103 I've got. Thanks very much, everybody. Somebody's liked and then unliked. Perhaps feeling that. Let's hope he's not injured. The Southampton player puts his hand up and apologises. Thank you, Andreas. Yes. And Neil, thank you very much. Yeah, thanks, everybody, for being in the chat. Thanks for liking. Thanks to the mods that have been in. And thanks to our new mod, Jeff. So, we've played the 95 minutes. I have a feeling the whistle will go. Well, we've got a few minutes possibly for that. There it is. It's all over. Leicester City 5, Southampton 0. Jack, the Southampton fan on the preview the other day, was a little bit concerned about this game, and he had every right to be. Did we take them to the cleaners? Yes, we did. And we gave them a rinsing. Everybody. Leicester City 5, Southampton 0. Are you ready?
Yes! Oh, God. I'll have what she's having.
We're going to go back. We're going to have a quick drink and we will be back in a few minutes. Thank you very much. See you soon. Don't go away.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel now and make sure you never miss another upload.
Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV
for all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels.
for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
Including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
We stand and fight together. That's what they were saying in the crowd. That was the banner that was being held up. And we certainly do. I'm sweating like a dog that's about to go and be castrated here. I am so wet. Honestly, I need another hat. Wow. What did I just see? I'll tell you what I just saw. I just saw Southampton get a stuffing. That's what I just saw. To get rid of that. Oh, thanks, guys. 109 likes. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot because it does help the channel out. And if you're new and you've subscribed, thank you for 108. Somebody's unliked it. Must have been a Leeds fan. Wow. Yeah. I mean, where does that take us? I mean, league-wise. I mean, let's just have a look. 94 points, and we are top. Leicester City plus 47 goal difference. Leeds United second with 90. And that is mad. That is mad that they are sat in second place. Let me just move that back to position. It's mad that they're in second place with 90 points. Any other season, they would have been top with that. They're only 43 now. We've got a plus 4 goal difference over them. Ipswich third, 89. Yes, they've got a game in hand, but that would give them 93. They can't go top at the weekend, nor can Leeds. And they both got to play before we play. And we are going to if we beat Preston, we're up. And 4 points, apparently, we're champions. Of course, it will all depend what happens at the weekend. An advantage, I guess, of playing late. Another Guinness, please. Freaking get in, Chris. I did. I kind of lost it. I may have lost it. May have over celebrated. But then again, just call me a closet Leeds fan. Talking of closet Leeds fans, Luke, mate, how you doing?
I've just spunked myself a couple of times for sure.
Well, somebody in the chat said, is it possible for a football team to give you an erection? I mean, come on. What a game. You should have gone for 4-0.
Mate, I should have, but hey, I'm really, really happy of that. Really happy,
Did you get
mate.
up for this game? Was it worth getting up for?
It was definitely worth getting up for. My neighbours might disagree, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've got a young girl. This sounds wrong. On the other side of this wall, hopefully she won't have heard me. Having said that, it's only just 10 o'clock. So, I mean, I don't know where to start. I was so completely lost in that game that I didn't realise Fatterwood got a hat trick. I'd forgotten his first half goal.
Yeah, I was looking. Do you know what? I messaged Brad about this game this morning at work. Well, it would have been a late night for you guys last night. And I was feeling confident about this game purely just because of the way Southampton play. We can get into it later, but very similar. It's kind of like a watered-down Rodgers, the way Russell Martin plays that team.
I've got to be honest with you. I was worried going into this. Okay, I really was. They offered nothing, did they?
No. And look, this is the thing, right? They play such a high line. Okay, not playing, how Plymouth and Millwall and teams have frustrated us in the past, doubling up on wingers, playing a low block, completely plays into our style of football. That's why I was confident going into this game. It was like the way Southampton play, some of the injuries they've picked up, I felt that they were there for the taking, especially after their result with Cardiff, and it showed tonight. And I think that was absolutely excellent performance from everybody.
Yes, I've got to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not. Normally, we sit here and we're very picky, aren't we? And we say, well, he didn't have a good game. And I did say at half time, Dewsbury Hall wasn't playing that well, but who fucking cares? Who gives a shit? Daka came on, so what? You know what I mean? He didn't have much to do, in fairness, when he came on. I think it was already, was it 5? It was already 5 when he came on. But I don't think I've even written that down, to be honest with you.
I think it was, mate. To be fair, it was around 85, 86 minutes he come on.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't have much to do. Just give him a little bit of confidence of coming on and maybe the crowd shouting. Hey, here he is. Here he is. At 3-0, he would have been wetting himself because that's what he'd gone for in the prediction league. But Brad, what? I mean, what? I've lost. Oh, I'm going to be honest. I totally lost it in that game. Absolutely. I even forgot that Fatu had got a hat trick. I said, why take him off when he's only scored 2? Not realizing he'd got 5. I mean, is that the best we've played all season?
Luke, this is just for you. Southampton take the biggest knee ever. That was an absolute shambles from your behalf. We were class. I have never seen us so crisp and playing with such a swagger for a long time, Chris. And I called it. Luke, please correct me if I'm wrong. It was either you or Carl I messaged saying, F it, we're going to beat these 5-0. I think I said to one of you. Was it you, Luke? I said it to.
Yeah,
I honestly didn't really think it. But we just ripped Southampton to shreds. I know it's not mathematically done, Chris, but I said we beat West Brom, we beat Southampton, we're going up. Well, if we don't go up after a performance like that, there's something wrong with us. Because Southampton, worst team all season. Worst team we played at home all season. They were dreadful.
Worse than I think Stoke was, but yeah.
No, do you know why I say it though, Luke? The reason I say it is because at least the teams like Plymouth and Stoke, who we said were terrible, at least they tried. They were just terrible at trying. Southampton didn't even try that. In fact, the closest they got to scoring was Justin and Cody heading it clear for a corner, for fuck's sake. I mean, if they've been very, very lucky, Chris, I can see you about to speak, so I'll be quick. They'll be very generous if they've got that halfway line attempt from Che Adams as their shot on goal today.
Yeah.
Because they were pathetic.
Quite right. I mean, I've got to say I agree with Luke here. I think Stoke was the worst team, but I get what you're saying because Stoke they're just shit all round. Southampton went on the longest unbeaten run, Luke, in their history in this season. You know, they were a team that were fighting. All right, it was an outside chance, but that's why I think they were probably worse because we were expecting more from them. I mean, what was I worrying about? I started this game, Luke, being worried. One and then they were 1-0 thinking, come on, this is Leicester. I'm in piece of piss, wasn't it?
Look, honestly, again, if it was any other side, I'd be worried. I genuinely believe that this game was for us. You can ask Brad. I voice messaged him, as I was saying earlier, saying I'm feeling confident about this game because of them playing such a high line. But still, this is Leicester, and it would be easy with a blip it would be for it to be worried. But I feel confident about this and now feel more relaxed about the remaining 2 games.
Do you think, Luke, I'll ask you both this, but I'll ask you first, Luke. That way you get a word in. But no, sorry, Brad. I jest. But Luke, do you think the fact that we now play Preston on the Monday after Leeds and Ipswich, because Southampton, they can't do it now, unless they win by about 10-0 and 10-0 the last 2 games, they ain't going to get in the top 2. They're definitely out now. Do you think it's going to be in our favour that we know what we've got to do on the Monday? Or does that mean like maybe we overthink it a little bit?
No, I think it plays. Why I think it plays into our favour is because from the outside looking in, we just made a huge statement with a 5-0. So I think the pressure's on Leeds and everyone else now because we've lost to Millwall and we've lost to Plymouth, but against the sides that matter in the playoffs or Leeds in a possible, not Leeds, sorry, West Brom and Southampton. They were the important games to win, and we can't say we buried West Brom, but we just buried Southampton. Huge statement. So yeah, I think people are probably more worried about us than we are about them. Without sounding big, that sounds really big-headed, but you know what I mean.
Brad, do you think it's an advantage or not? I wish we weren't playing later because I can see where it says, well, Leicester need a point to go up, and then we go out and play for a draw and we cock it up.
No, it's weird because of how it's played out. If you'd have asked me before the game, I'd have been like, no, I don't really want to play Monday night. I want to get our game out of the way. I'd like to lay the foundations, put all the pressure on them. But the pressure's on Ipswich. The pressure's on Leeds because they have to better Leicester's result. So, if they win, they've done all they can, but Leicester only need realistically to get a win anyway, and they'd still be promoted. And if either of them play out a draw, then Leicester are already promoted for the kick to ball on Monday night. Go off live points wise. Yeah. So I don't mind it because do you know what, Chris? This would be just perfect after all the stress that Leicester have put us through over the last 6 or 7 weeks up until realistically that's the last run. Wouldn't it just be great, Chris? Because we know what our away form's like. If we got to Preston and it was already done. I know that's living the charm life, but you know what I mean? Or at least in a situation where Leicester are already guaranteed something because of results elsewhere. It'd just be nice to do that.
It would. And do you remember, Brad, last time we got promoted was away at Bolton. Lloyd Dyer getting the goal.
God, yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah, it was. That great goal. I remember that goal. That was a former Liverpool keeper, Adam Bogdan, was in net for Bolton. Yeah, God.
And I was so disappointed that we didn't offer him he wanted a 2-year. We only offered him a year, and we lost him. I think he would have been good in the Premier League, but yeah. So maybe, and I think there was. Somebody will tell me in the chat, but we may have actually been 2 games from the end there because it got us promoted, but it wasn't the last game.
Oh, there's a good chance you are right. There wasn't many games left of that season. I'm trying to think who we played going into the last couple of games, but it was definitely a part of the atmosphere at the King Power in the last game. So there was either one more or 2. So yes, that would be Leicester's situation the same. And a winger grabbing the final goal. I mean, I swear to God, even if he does it for the lowers, if anybody doesn't pick the same man of the match, there's something wrong with people today. If Kate comes in here and says, "Buddy Vestergaard," or you come round and Alan says, "Buddy Harry Winks," I'm going to shoot a pair of them after that performance. Well,
yeah, I mean, they're saying Vestergaard was, worth a shout, and he did what he had to do. But I'm sorry, for me, I'm going to go early with this. Fatawu, man of my man of the match, and 10 out of 10 for the performance. Luke?
Yeah, you can't. I'm going to agree, mate. 10-0. So 10-0.
10-0 until extra win the scores.
2 Connor Cody's and 10-0.
The dream's over now. The dream is over, mate. Come on, back to look.
I've 10 for me for a team performance, and also 100% for Tawu. If he didn't have a hat trick, maybe around the 50-60 minute mark, I was saying, geez, indeed he's having some game. That shot he had outside the box. For that, remember that preview we just did, Chris? I was just like, he hasn't really got a keen eye for goal. He's not really one to bang in a worldie. I tell you what, he was dead close from scoring one early in that first half. For indeed, he had a brilliant game, but for me, you can't go past for Tawu. I think it's an assist and 3.
We will not get a mention on Sky News tonight because Arsenal have also put 5 past Chelsea tonight. So there we go. Look, God Almighty. I mean, somebody said I could say, can you get a hard on from a football team? I mean, what? I mean, Luke came in, Brad, and said that he'd jizzed twice tonight. I'm impressed. Thank you, Matthew. You are a gentleman, sir. That is very nice of you. Don't get complacent, says Helena. Look, this is Leicester. You can never be complacent with Leicester. Pressure is on Leeds, though, isn't it?
Was that to me or Luke? So I didn't.
To you, sorry, Brad.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's been on them since we kind of got our noses in front, And I know we lost one in between that, but that Norwich game was actually pivotal. We were saying someone's going to blink, and whoever blinks first is the one that's going to not get get over the hurdle. And one of the 3 teams needed to do it. And when we were saying how long could we get away with it, well, Leeds and Ipswich allowed us to get away with it for too long at their own peril, and it's just stark contrast in what we're seeing now. And The press is on them, and they know that they're going to be playing in a way, Chris, and we've seen it clearly tonight from Southampton, absolutely crumbling tonight after losing to Cardiff. They know they have to win, and they know that a win still might not be good enough, because not only do Leicester have the advantage in the points department, tonight the difference between our win and Leeds' win as well, Chris, even if it was to get caught up, we won 5-0, they won 4-3. So that goal difference on both of them, and Ipswich's alone, it's got to be close to 15-16 now with Ipswich. It's also another point, Chris. So
15 with Ipswich.
Yeah, so it's almost its own point in its own right, and that is even more testament to what they've gone and done tonight, because they just buried them.
Luke, do you want to see a bit of porn?
He just watched it for 90 minutes.
I'm in my jocks right now. Be careful. If you want to get banned, I'll just stand up. You can see a big bar from down under.
Well, I'm going to show you a bit of porn.
Go on.
There you go. Look at that. Oh, good. Let's be honest, Luke. Let us be honest. Go back 6 games. We would never have thought, would we?
No, things were looking a bit dire, weren't they? Look at that. That's sexy.
Which probably you stood up wouldn't have been. But talking of which, please sit down, because we don't want you to show anything at the moment, because we've got a young lady coming in. Wow. I say young. Let's not go over the top. Kate.
So cheeky. What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you showing? What do you mean keep sat down? Are you guys talking about Willie Smallbone?
We are indeed, yes. Well, not necessarily so small, says Luke. But,
he had a great game, to be honest.
We've had it all in the. Apparently, somebody in the chat was saying that. Well, they asked the question: can a football team give you a hard on? Luke came on, and the first thing he said was he's just twice during the game.
Oh, what a delight men can be sometimes.
And I did put the porn up, but it's gone. Let me put the porn back up. There we go. There's the porn.
I hope I'm not expected to do anything tonight.
No.
It's my night off, OnlyFans.
You're too much of a lady, and I don't want to share.
I'm telling Dave.
I've got the free pass to your OnlyFans.
I'm checking OnlyFans.
I'm not sharing anything. Yeah, where do we get back on track? Where do you start? Kate?
Oh, we've got to start at young Fatawu, haven't we? What an absolute belting performance from that lad. He's all heart, and we love it.
I totally got confused in that game, because I said to Wenzel, what the hell are you taking a player off when he's got 2 goals for? I'd forgotten he got one in the first half. It was so long ago. The second half. What? Where did that? Best performance of the season?
Yes, I would think it's up there for sure. But let's just not forget the first 10 minutes of the second half. I was like, can we just start again? Because we gave the ball away in the first 10 seconds, and I was like, oh my goodness me, it's going to be terrible watching this again. It's going to be like West Brom all over again. But fair play, we weathered the storm. Not that there was much of a storm. I don't think Southampton had any shots on target.
No.
And when we pulled it together, I thought KDH looked really tired in the first half, but he seemed to have some Weetabix at half time and found some energy from somewhere. And everything just started to go together, didn't it? And it was just an amazing performance. I don't know how many minutes it actually was. 3 goals in maybe 10 minutes, was it?
I know. I was still writing one and celebrating one when we got the next one. Indeed, he made it 6. Oh no, here we go. 74, 78, and 80.
Wow, what a 6 minutes that is!
That was the best 6 minutes of the season. I mean, we would not have thought about that performance 6 or 7 games ago, would we?
Wouldn't have thought about that performance 1 game ago. I would have thought about that scoreline 45 minutes before. I just thought it was going to be a hard second half. They'll come out, they'll play. I thought their back line was terrible. I mean, considering where they are in the table, how they've not been exposed more, they looked all over the place from the very first kick-off, to be honest. And they just couldn't get going, did they? But fair play to us. I mean, Fatawu roasted Walker-Peters, and he is not a bad left-back at all.
No. I think he's been picked for England, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, yeah.
Obviously, this is my lucky shirt. I'm going to have to wear. I've got to be honest with you. I am sweating. I'm sweating like a pig in a butcher's shop at the moment.
Well, if it's your lucky shirt, make sure you give it a wash.
Yes. Well, I went to talk about that. I went into a butcher's a couple of days ago, and he said, "Would you like to have a bet on how high those bits of meat are?" I went, "No." He said, "Why not?" I said, "Steaks are too high." Oh, come on. Thank you very much. Anyway.
See, this is what a 5-0 does to you. It brings out the dizzy heights of professional comedy in Chris.
Except he's missing the professional part, Kate.
I set myself very low standards, and I failed to come up to them. But yeah, I mean, I could argue. I mean, KDH, I thought maybe should have come off at half time. He wasn't having a good game. But look, I am not going to do the Brad will tell us stuff. I'm not going to be any negative thoughts at all about that. I mean, look, Preston. I said to the guys, love to get your thoughts on this, Kate. We play Monday night. So Leeds and obviously Ipswich will play before us. Ipswich have then got a game midweek next week. Is it going to be to our advantage that we don't play until they've played the next two games, or will we know what we've got to do? But if we only need a draw, will we then maybe go out and play for the draw?
I think because we're in the mindset, and we've been in this mindset because it's been such a hard calendar year, that we've got to win the 2 out of the next 3, and 1's now done. I think we'll still be in that mindset come what may. So I'm happy that we're having a break. I think we need to regroup, not get carried away. The job isn't done. I mean, at the end, I'll send you the videos. It was a massive lap of honour from everybody. They were playing all the songs. They were playing the Wonderwall KD8. They were playing the Fatawu Voulez-Vous, and they were playing the Vardy Freed from Desire. So it felt like a bit of a party atmosphere, and why not? I mean, you've got to celebrate the good times.
We have. I mean, can I just say, if everybody's listening, yes, you're quite right. That is her OnlyFans videos. That's what she said. They're not for publication. They're just for private.
They're copyrighted. They feature Willie Smallbone this week as well, so I thought I'd mix it up.
Oh, I'm dragging you down to our level, aren't I, here? Kate, I'll let you go, but thank you so very, very much for coming on. Man of the match and team performance.
It's got to be Abdul today. What a player, what a performance. And team performance, got to be 10, I think. 5-0, we can't say fairer than that.
To be honest with you, we've still got Brad to come, but Luke has agreed with us both. He's just copying my homework, Luke, because I went over and Luke, you know what these are. Let's get, while you're still on, let's see what Brad's got to say. What are you going for, Brad?
What I'm going to say is, I don't know if the screen will cover it up, but there you go, look. I sent that to Luke at 1:33 yesterday morning when he was messaging me. I said, 5
No, you didn't.
He did.
Wow.
That's
immense. It was incoming as well. Don't get no pissing points in the prediction league. I did call it.
Luke, how are you going to get to sleep after this, mate? Or is it now a day of work for you?
Yeah, it's going straight to work. I got up at 2:55 to watch this game in the morning. It's 5.
He's going to be high on the dopamine of the Leicester win, Kate. He'll be fine.
Get on the Vardy Red Bulls, Luke. Get on the Vardy Red Bulls.
I'm not even going to drive to work. I'll levitate there. That's all good.
He'll go to a house, and she said, "I just want that wall painting. It'll be that high. He'll do a Banksy." But Brad, go on then. Give us your man of the match and.
Well, I said earlier, didn't I? If everybody went for the same man of the match, I wouldn't be that unsurprised. And if someone went different, and neither head testing. So obviously, my man of the match, because he made so many saves, is Madsen Madsen. No, I'm kidding. It's obviously Abdul Fatawu. 3 goals and assists. How can you not give him man of the match? It's the easiest award to give, and it's a perfect 10, Chris. Just destroyed Southampton's hopes and really just almost, waiting for the ink to dry on the promotion party. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Everybody was chanting, "We want 9, we want 9."
Yeah, you know what? I'll get it out of the way. I blame Daka. He came on. He stopped it going for 9.
I have to agree with you, Brad, on that one, to be honest with you. Kate, thank you so very, very much.
No worries.
Journey home. And are you going to Preston? You are going to Preston.
I am going to Preston, yeah. Long old way.
There's no Let's Talk Leicester on Monday because obviously we will have the match live. So thank you very much, Kate. Safe journey
No
home.
worries. See you soon, guys. Have a good
care.
day, Luke. Bye.
See you later.
Yeah, don't end up trying to do a Picasso, Luke, will you? Typical Leicester, turn up against the better teams. Always, Yogish, always. That is Leicester, isn't it, Brad?
It is. It's the Leicester way, and I'm all for it, Chris, because you know that was Leicester of early in the season, weren't it? It's killed the game dead, and then just kept adding more and more, you know, sprinkles, bloody candles, fireworks, whatever they wanted to add onto the cake, they were adding it onto it. And Southampton, they must hate playing Leicester at times, Chris, because it always seems that Leicester get a bit of a goal glut against them. They did obviously in the 9-0, couldn't stop scoring early in the season. We scored 3, I think it was in quick succession. We did exactly the same tonight. And again, the difference is you look at other teams' performances. And I know Ipswich didn't play over the weekend, which probably actually benefited Leicester in a weirdest sort of way by having their game postponed due to Coventry. Being in the cup final, semi-final, sorry, they wish. But you know, it just puts pressure on it. It was a glossy performance. We needed it, Chris, didn't we? Because even with Leeds' win last night, it was met with nerves, and you know, Middlesbrough could have grabbed the 4th. They had the chance at the end, you know. So you'd imagine if any statement was made by a team on a performance, this is the best statement we could have made. And it was just nice to watch, because it was nice to sit here and actually enjoy Leicester win. It was nowhere near, complete opposite of the West Brom game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Luke, Gray, I think it was. Oh no, it was. It was Jeff was saying 34% possession and a 5-0 win reminds him of a certain season. It does show you though. Long balls up. Mads was doing that more often. He nearly got caught out a couple of times, but that wouldn't be Mads if he wasn't. But we are playing it more direct. We are seeming to have less possession. And then you look at that result.
I've just pulled it up if you want to share it. You don't have to, mate. But I was very surprised when I seen that comment. I wouldn't have thought it would have been that low, but it's a great comment. And it's interesting because we had 17 shots. 6 on target, but like I did not expect the possession to be that low, mate. I really didn't, but we are playing a lot more direct.
To be fair, it was actually our doing that we had 34% possession, because I guarantee you, Chris, and you love a heat map. You do. I know you do, Chris. When we get the chance to do an analysis, I know you love bringing up an old heat map. I'd be very interested to see where Southampton's 76% of possession or whatever percent, 67 or whatever percentage possession. I can't do basic maths. You know, percent of possession was actually 66%.
Otherwise, there was 110% possession in that.
Well, Leicester gave 110% in the game, so why not? But you know what I mean, Chris? You know, so 66%. Where was that 66%? So I guarantee you, Chris, it was pinned back in and around the 18-yard box of Southampton's own penalty area, because there was nothing offered in our end of the pitch. I can assure you that from Southampton. I reckon the majority of it would have been us pinning them back in the half. Do you want to see the heat map? You know what, Chris? I'm in a good mood. Why not? Just to cheer you up. There
we go. Leicester on the left, Southampton on the right. It looks like a bad boil, Luke, but look, you're quite right. All their main possession was well in that centre bit, really, wasn't it?
It was very sexy. It's been good to see that Maresca's made some changes since this blip, and we do have somewhat of a plan B, you could say.
I mean, Brad, they had 885 touches to our 532. It's almost like, and as Luke said there, not necessarily a plan B, but it's like it's flipped on its head, you know, because normally you'd look at that and you'd say, well, that's Leicester on the right, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would. We've made that point many a times, and we've also joked that if we had 800 passes, 600 of them were between Vestergaard and Justin and Hamadson. And it's nice, and you know what? You've got to give credit to Enzo tonight. You've got to give credit to Enzo because he's been whispering about a plan 2, a plan B, a plan 2, whatever you want to call it, and it doesn't have to be wholesale changes. I know we've talked and tried to manufacture a way to keep like wingers and have 2 up front or maybe something like that. But he just showed that sometimes you just need to switch things up a little bit, mix things up a little bit, because what brought about that bad run, Chris, was teams found out how to finally figure us out. Well, they'd figured us out a while ago, but they figured out how to actually really nullify and stop Leicester. We saw it with the lack of goals against Millwall at Preston, Millwall, Bristol, and obviously Plymouth. So the fact that over the last 3 weeks or so, Chris, we've actually seen them mix it up against the opposition. We mixed it up against West Brom. We mixed it up today to great effect. It does show that, unlike a certain bell end, when someone says they've got a plan B, they're actually working on something in the training ground, because you can't just switch up the style of play, Chris. You can't just go from that neat, slow build-up play to humping the ball long from a goalkeeper's kick out, passing it long straight into, dropping the ball in behind the line of the defence that Leicester are attacking, Chris, without working on a training ground. So you've got to give credit to Enzo for doing that and implementing it and getting them working on it so well, because it worked a treat tonight. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Craig, we're actually playing on Monday night, so I can't do it. By the time we finish, the pubs will be shut unless you know a few dodgy ones. And I don't mean DMYK either. We're not going there for obvious reasons. Local joke, by the way, guys. Luke, I mean, look, 7 shots they had. They did not have a shot on target.
They had one, but it was offside, and it was saved by Hermansen, to be fair. So, yeah, they never looked like they were going to threaten us at all. It was a complete demolition. Listen, guys, I am going to have to shoot. I've got to get ready for work now. It's just about the sun's just about to come up. I'm glad I was just able to come on with a smile on my face for post-match. Have a good day or good evening, guys.
Can I just say thanks very much, Luke. Do appreciate you always coming on. And do you know what? You should have gone 4-0. I would have loved it to have been 4-0 just so that you got it right once this season. All the best.
Well, look, mate, Brad predicted 5-0. Don't forget that.
Take care, mate.
Shout out to Brad.
Bye-bye.
See you later, guys.
There we go. Luke, he's we attacked in droves last night. Look, 29 touches, Brad. And I know you don't like stats, but we're going to enjoy them because they're good. Well, yes, we didn't have the majority of possession, but that doesn't mean anything, does it? It's what you do with it. We had 29 touches in their box. These are the new stats from the BBC. They're very impressive, actually. Southampton had 12. Not a shot on target by a team that still had an outside chance of going into the top 2. And did you say that the Southampton manager before the game was sort of resigned to being in the playoffs? I've got to say, looking at that performance, yes, they were, because they didn't look like they were interested in getting promoted.
Yeah, the performance matched the mood of his press conference. And you can understand a little bit, can't you? That they were comfortable to a point against Cardiff, but a bit like us, it was only 1-0 for a long period of time, and and then they had it all to do. And I said this a long time ago, Chris, the games in hand were going to be their stumbling block because of how the Championship is. It's so fast paced, the fixtures come thick and fast, and sometimes all of a sudden you're playing 3 games in 7 days. I was much more happy with our position than being Southampton, and that defeat. Well, if you ever wanted a sign to say that that's absolutely shot their confidence to pieces and they'd give up the ghost on automatic, the writing is well and truly on the wall after sometimes, Chris, when we lost games, we've sat here and gone, oh, we've got to credit the opposition. We can't just say we were bad, they were bad. For the first time, Chris, I'm going to say that was actually a non-performance. I mean, I see it there that they had 7 shots. I can't think past 3 And they say shots, Chris. There was the cross that JJ dealt with. There was a cross that Cody dealt with. And then there was the halfway, well, just inside our half effort by Che Adams, I think it was. I don't remember another 4 chances them having. It was almost a non-performance by Southampton. And if I was a Saints fan, I'm glad I'm not after that, I would be very concerned. Because if they go on and lose the last 2 games of the season, they're going to be dreading playing Norwich or Hull or Coventry or wherever they get, because that's who they're going to be playing. Obviously, it'd be 6th place. So that is not what you want to see.
Jack was even confident of even if they got in the playoffs, which they are, they're guaranteed the playoffs. But he wasn't confident of even winning that. He was talking about next season in the Championship. I want to ask you this: how many saves do you think Mads Hermansen made tonight?
0. He didn't make any. Well, unless you're saying that halfway line one is technically a shot.
No, quite right. He made no saves. Look at that.
Yeah, I didn't think it would count as a shot on target. Like I said, Chris, I mean, is that a 1 or a 7 for chances they had? I can't really see the numbers, but
no, they made, or they says their goalkeeper made 1 save. He spent most of his time picking the ball out of the net. Aerial duels 14 for us, 5 for them. Fouls 20 for us, 7 for them. Corners 1 for us, 4 for them. I just look. I've got to say that is the best performance all season. I've got to say, and as bad as you know, I complained about Kieran Dewsbury all at half time. It was only 1-0 then. Second half, he did nothing wrong. Let's be honest. Yes, it's the best performance of the season, especially with the pressure that was on us, which wasn't on us at the start of the season, and also the fact that we are playing. You know, the last biggest win was Stoke 4 or 5. I can't remember. That was 5, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was because it was because I went 8.
They were down the bottom and they were absolutely poor. But Southampton, like, you know, you don't want to say like, well, you know, they didn't play. We didn't let them play. You know, when we did give them the ball or we let them have the ball, they were just not harming us.
Like I said, Chris, you know, we talked about it beforehand, and it was because I'd seen that press conference and listened to how damn it was. I mean, you know, your players have just had a day or two after coming off the pitch to losing to Cardiff. They know they've got it all to do. And then you hear your manager come out and be like, oh, well, yeah, we can get promoted. There's more than one route to promotion, and it looks like we'll have to take it. Basically admitting defeat in the automatic race, you know, talking about swapping players, talking about resting players, even like you said, looking towards next season to maybe have to do it again and try and go up automatically. I'm almost not surprised at Southampton performance in a way, because I was quietly confident, wasn't I? I was quietly saying that the way he's gone on about it, that's not going to do his players any good, because you don't have, you know, it's like when Rodgers kept putting us down last season, Chris, wasn't it? How do you expect the players to respond to think they're good enough to take on the challenge? Because I feel like if you're a Southampton fan as well, it's like we said, Chris, it's not about the performance, it's about the result. I think for Southampton, they could have accepted losing tonight had they put in an effort, but it was the most non-performance. And that's why, for me, Chris, yes, Stoke but were they a poor side, Chris? Were they more of a poor side than Southampton? Because like you said, Stoke and Plymouth at least have the excuse of saying, hey, we're having a shit season. We've been battered 4-0 all over the place at points this season. So you guys doing it when you're top, it shouldn't be a big surprise. It is a horrific surprise for me, for Southampton, to lose in the manner they did against us, Chris. Because it wasn't like end to end, oh my God, it could have been 5-3, how have we got it 5-0? It was, God, we kind of took picture on them at 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, well, could it have been more? Or I mean, you know, somebody said in the chat like, "Oh, we've got, you know, we're backing off them now at 5-0." But yeah, we want the clean sheet, don't you? 5-1 would have been disappointing.
Yeah, it would have, especially when the defence pretty much had been switched on and done anything and everything they need to do. And, you know, I'm pretty sure at one point, had the cameras been looking at Mads, he'd have been asking the players if he'd got any twos because he'd been playing a game and go fishing. The Crackers had nothing to do. You know, and I don't know if you know this, guys. Rumour has it right, but breaking news: I'm a goalkeeper myself. I would have been fucking great. I know. I don't say it. I know. Exclusive news at LTiDtv. One. I never mention it. I would be annoyed. You know, winning the game 4-5-0 is great, but just conceding, you don't want it because it's not going to do you confidence or anything like that. But you know what I mean? It's just like, just want the clean sheet. And it's nice, Chris. It was nice. And they deserved it because, like you said, Chris, pinning Southampton back, Southampton being poor was all down to Leicester. It was their, you know, their constant pressure. They never relented. They sensed blood, and 5 opportunities came away, and they smashed it in the net. It's funny, isn't it? Right? Their manager's getting a little bit salty, saying he doesn't understand how his team's conceded 5. Well, it's because you're still in the garage, mate. You didn't even get out the pitch for this so-called title race. You were still in the garage getting your tyres changed for 96 minutes or however long it was the game was. And we just strolled to victory. That's how we scored 5 past you, mate, because your team absolutely pissed and pants.
Do you think, listening to his pre-match talk, if you like, it's not going to give you any confidence as a Southampton player, is it? No,
and it doesn't in any situation. I never understand whilst a manager, look, you can sit there and think, oh, God, it's damn near impossible. And the players will sit there going, God, we've blown a really big opportunity. But you'd expect the quality they've got and the fight they've shown that they would have come at us tonight and really been aggressive, tried to have got themselves in front, really showed a statement that they weren't giving up on it. But when they've given up before they've even set, you know, they gave up before they even gotten a coach to come up to us, Chris. That's how it sounded to me. And like I said with Brendan's press conference last year, you know, kicking a team when they're down and just saying they're not good enough, basically, is what he said is we are not good enough to get automatic promotion. We're going to have to go through the playoffs. And when you hear that, I don't care how good or how talented you are, Chris, you know, you're not going to be up for the game. And they just didn't look. They didn't look up for it. They never did, Chris.
Ronald says here, as Fairground Attraction song goes, it's got to be perfect. Tonight, certainly it was. And as Gray says, very true, Ronald, it was a great pop song. And that gives me a chance to have another B&Q moment. And my other job, which is with Surrey Hills Radio, do the breakfast show Monday to Fridays from 7 until 10. If you do remember the 80s, Fairground Attraction will be being interviewed by me tomorrow. It'll be going out live on one of the breakfast shows, probably Thursday or Friday. I think Friday, probably more so. I will be talking them a number 1 single, a number 7 follow-up, won 2 Brit Awards for Best Song and Best Album, and then they all packed it in. Mind you, if it was the Brit Awards that I seem to remember, which was the Sam Fox and Mick Fleetwood one, I think I'd give it up. And before that, also interviewing tomorrow, but this will go out on Thursday. If you remember Imagination from the 1980s, Body Talk, Just an Illusion, they're back as well together. Not as long apart as Fairground Attraction. They were 35 years apart. But I will be interviewing Lee John from Imagination as well. And that will be going out on Surrey Hills Radio on Thursday. SurreyHillsRadio.co.uk. Listen to us live or ask your smart speaker to play Surrey Hills Community Radio, and it will. Right, you've probably seen it because I've put it up there. He hasn't gone for Harry Winks today. He has gone for Fat. Oh no, I haven't put it up. Nah.
Yes,
I fooled myself. There you go. He hasn't gone for Harry Winks, but he has gone for. No, he hasn't gone for Chowdhury either. Ignore that. Carry on talking, Brad.
I'm going to say you've been drinking too much Strongbow.
I have.
I mean, 9-10s, yeah, it's all the same, isn't it? It doesn't really matter which way around you go for it. It's a great performance, and I'm glad to hear that he's gone for Abdul Fattah. I mean, 3 goals and an
I
assist.
put Chowdhury up there, but it is actually.
I know, I didn't want to say anything to you, but you noted it yourself.
I hadn't updated it from the last show. That was the problem.
Yeah, well, it's not live. We can edit it out. But yeah, I mean, Chris, a 9 and Abdul. I mean, if anyone else is, unless I obviously say take the mick or anything, if you're not giving man of the match performance to Abdul Fattah after that game, you need your head checking. I mean, three wonderful goals, Chris, and there were different goals as well because he was alert for the loose ball that Leicester pinged through to him for the first. He had a beautiful goal for the second goal. Goal of the game was the second one. And then his instinct to running at the back post, Chris, for the third, and then the pass. I mean, that's probably where Luke had his second climax, just over the pass for Vardy's goal. Because that was a beautiful pass. I mean, if there ever is a performance to be proud of, he'll want to watch that. I'm waiting for the highlights to pop up on my phone so I can watch that.
He was videoing himself, and quite rightly as well.
I wouldn't know if I was in, mate, after that performance.
Yeah. Gray says Body Talk, great song as well. Tell you what, you did not go clubbing in the 80s, and if you did go clubbing in the 80s, and you were having a last dance, Body Talk or Just an Illusion would be one of those that you would have done it to. I did many a last. I prefer Just an Illusion, but there we go. Not Just an Illusion. That wasn't his name. It wasn't just an illusion tonight. Yes, folks, we actually did win 5-0. Like I say, and you've got to say it's a statement we've put out to everybody, isn't it?
It is, and it was needed. Like I said, by hook or by crook, let's beat West Brom. But I would have taken that again tonight. But the fact that's more demoralising because we talked about it a little bit beforehand because it would have been nice had Middlesbrough done us a favour, but they weren't able to. But that, you'd admit, was done with a little bit of nervousness. You know what I mean? They'd have looked at that and gone, oh, we got away with it. We got through it. We saw it out in the end. Leicester have comprehensively put Southampton. There you go. Finally, the right person up there. But, Chris, Leicester did it in such a stylish way that you almost feel like Ipswich and Leeds fans at least might have looked at it as if Southampton did after they lost to Cardiff, like the wind's out of the sails, because they probably just looked at us against Southampton and they've probably gone, oh, well, fuck me, that's Leicester promoted then, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's just psychologically, it's not that Leicester have won because they probably expected that. They probably got it in their heads that, all right, Leicester win the game in hand, let's just take it as it is. But they've not just won it, Chris. You're looking at just in case you missed it, 5-0. That's how comprehensively, they've just beat fourth place Southampton.
Looking good.
I know, and that's
I would have still loved if you got it wrong and you were showing an OnlyFans page or something when you put it up.
No. I'm just waiting for Kate to follow back on there just to see what's going on.
You don't want to follow back, I tell you, or follow through for that matter. You know what I'm going to say though, Brad? Look, after that performance, this is Leicester that we support. This is Leicester that we follow. We're going to go up to Preston, play absolutely awful, and get beaten 2-1.
Yeah, but do you know what, Chris? It would just be the Leicester way for us to be sat there, sitting here on a Monday, late in the evening, Leicester 1, Preston 2, or whatever, and we're going, who gives a fuck? Because Leeds have already mugged it up in the weekend. It would be typical Leicester to make it nervous and make us just have to make sure we get a result against Blackburn, who look absolutely gone after the way they lost the game against Sheffield Wednesday at the weekend. So, imagine if they're in trouble or down. It's not obviously, like I said, the I's haven't been dotted and the T's haven't been crossed. It's not mathematically done, but after the last 2 results, Chris, and the comprehensiveness of this win as well, I said if we beat West Brom and Southampton, that's Leicester's season done. That they will be up, and I think that is it.
Sorry, I know the shirt you've got. Carry on talking a moment, Brad. Carry on talking for one moment.
That's not a brown shirt. That's a very, very oddish.
I was going to say, it isn't a brown shirt. Do carry on talking for a moment, Brad. I will be back.
Yeah, no worries. And yeah, just I think that's the difference as well, because Leicester stuttered, Ipswich stuttered, Leeds stuttered, and you just kind of said that, which team is going to go, right, enough's enough. We're taking our chance. You've messed up. We're not going to let you off the hook again. We're going to go through and do it. And that's what Leicester have done. Okay, so 3 or 4 weeks ago, it didn't look like it. It looked like we were going to throw it away, and Leeds fans were absolutely jizzing themselves everywhere. But now look at it, Chris. Yeah, it's not brown. I know it was. Gary Taylor Fletcher wore that. It's great kit.
I was going to put it on, but it's only an extra large, and you'd see me moves all over the place. That isn't brown. It's a sort of, if anything, grey, I would say.
Yeah, it is. It's a grey kit. It's not a brown kit. I said it's the one. It's the one we wore when Gary Taylor Fletcher played for us. Do you remember Nugent with a squirrel chasing him off the pitch?
Yeah, no, that was the shirt.
That's definitely a grey shirt.
Blue and white. Was that the promotion year when we did this?
Yes, it was, Chris. That was the year when Leicester, Burnley,
13-14.
Yeah.
How sad am I? Look, I have clips on that say what the shirt was.
Yeah, that was the promotion season when we went and got promoted with QPR and Burnley. And we were actually third in that division for a while, weren't it? It was a close race, and then we did exactly kind of what we've done now. And then we stormed onto a run. We beat Burnley, we beat QPR, and we ended up getting quite a way clear at the top in the end. But Chris, maybe it's all part of the plan and the process. I mean, look, it could still go wrong, but I'd be very remiss of seeing Leicester throw it away that badly in the last 2 games. Contrast to that, and obviously nothing's done until it's done. But we could be kicking a ball on Monday and be thinking about the beaches, Chris, and that's the joyous of that's the testament to the hard work they put in, because Ipswich and Leeds kept letting us off. We think before the West Brom game, Chris, we said that since Leeds went top that one game, they've actually, and they were giving it the big one. They're not going to lose a game. They're not even going to drop any points. We gained a point on them up until that point. Obviously, now we've gained 4 on them. I just don't see how we don't do that.
I could just say Kate, and I'll never forget Kate when I did a review with her. It was like it was one when I tried them out. We did, and it didn't really work. But we did champion. We looked back at all the games in the championship, and she went, "Yeah, you're right. You're shit at this predicting, aren't you?" Well, she went 2-2 today.
Yeah, funny enough, some pessimistic draws were out there, Chris. I had a few people say the same to me. I'm like, "Are you sure?" I was starting to judge my own confidence.
Gray went to the Palais. When we were talking about slow dances. I always went to the one that was in Lee Circle. What was it called? The nightclub in Lee Circle.
Mate, I barely remember my own street names and places that I lived for 20 odd years. So you've got no hope with me, mate.
Come on, Gray, tell me. I'm sure it was Lee Circle. It was a big. That was a circular car park, and underneath.
Yeah, why was Lee allowed a circle as well?
Well, the clue's in the name, isn't it? Really. No, there is a brown shirt. Andy Peake wore it. Wasn't the Trocadero, Barry?
Right, I'm going to solve this argument once and for all.
Now that you said about... No, it wasn't the Avery. Now that you say it...
I put in Leicester City brown kit, and I mentioned the FA Cup kit, and look, it's the one that comes up. It's the brown. Is that one? I'm sure I remember seeing it though.
Show me that again. Sorry, I'll make it.
It was our FA Cup one.
No, that was purple.
Yeah, but no, that was the burgundy one, wasn't it? It was a burgundy. Yeah. But I've searched in. Oh, you know what?
I seem to remember. Actually, I've got to say, now that they've just mentioned Andy Peake, again, bear with me.
Oh well, I'm not ready to speak. I have nothing in the the archives for it. I'm going to try and find it because Chris has gone on a search. Guys, you know what? While we're at debate, right? While we're at the debate, non-traditional colours, so not your blue and white, right? What is your most famous and your best memory of a non-blue Leicester kit? Get your answers in the comments down below.
Was it this
That's
kit?
the one that Birch wore.
Yeah.
It was Birchall.
And then that Andy Peake. I seem to. Did we do a brown version of this?
Was it not brown and white?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it wasn't just brown. That I seem to remember Andy Peake wearing that now. Let me just take my pawn down on Google Images and put Andy Peake, Leicester City. Oh no, it wasn't that shirt. No, it wasn't that one. But no, he's not. They've obviously had all the pictures taken down of it, obviously. But
hold on. 1886 to 1890, when we were Leicester Foss.
Yes, we did have that brown shirt. I can't argue with that.
There's one missing from 1919. We didn't have a kit in 1919. I wonder why.
Leicester City.
No, we have never. 1950 to 1951, there is no images for a kit, but this Wikipedia only shows the home kit, which has always been blue.
Even on the Leicester Till I Die website, I've got a thing with all the kits on, and
I've just scrolled down that as well.
I haven't got a brown away kit. We had a gold one. We've had a couple of gold ones. We had a gold one with black, but that wasn't Andy Peake. That was very, very gold. My favourite kit is the half. I wore it the other day. A half blue, half green away kit. Was sponsored by Walkers.
See, my favourite kit is the yellow gold one, the big one I have that had Is It on the back.
Yeah. I know that's one of mine. I'm going to be honest with you. I also like the. Trying to get one in my size. It was the 2007-2009 away one. It was Topps Tiles. And it was like yellow, but had a blue arm. And they're selling one there on eBay. What size is it? 65 quid. Fuck off. Down from 72. Yeah. I'm not going to pay that for it. Fusion. That was it. Who said the Fusion? Gray. Yes, it was the Fusion nightclub. That was it. Was that Lee Circle? If it wasn't Lee Circle, it was definitely the Fusion anyway. But look, let's round this off because it's 11 o'clock. And if we stay on another hour, we'll all be turning into pumpkins. But Brad, stay on, mate, and we'll have a quick chat.
Yeah, no problem at all.
And but no, thank you very much for today. Yes, it was Fusion Nightclub, Lee Circle. My God, I'm older than I thought. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Well, they can find me usually here, but they can find me on LTiDtv 2, the home of the women's WSL Leicester City football watch-along. They had an expected but unfortunate defeat against Arsenal at the weekend. So you check us out over there. If you love watch-alongs and you love the women's football, go check us out there. And we do have a Leicester City football pyramid quiz that is going to be coming thick and fast for some episodes there. We've got some contestants lined up. We're just trying to work them out in between. But yeah, check me out on LTiDtv 2 for Leicester City women's and Leicester City quiz.
Indeed. Are the women playing this weekend?
They play on the 28th, I believe, against Manchester United. Can't remember who it is they've got left. They've got a few games left against them.
I thought they were playing international football, the women, because they don't have as because of course it's only a short season.
Yeah, they have a lot of indifferent seasons breaks, but I'm pretty sure they play on the 28th against West Ham, I think it might be. So I should be doing one then. We're so organised.
We are, aren't we? Results for the women. No, I don't want. Oh, yeah, they got Man United.
28th of April, 3 o'clock against Manchester United at King Power.
Yeah, we be doing a watch along for that.
It all depends if the FA player A wants to work, and B because sometimes it's only available to listen to. If it is, I will try and give you some commentary as best I can, but I struggle on a phone to use outsourced streams. So
yes, we noticed that. Sorry,
well, I got there in the end, didn't I?
I jest, mate. I jest. But look, I've got to say thank you to everybody that's been in the chat. Barry Smith, that is not the brown shirt that you keep putting up.
Why?
Thanks to Brad, thanks to Luke, thanks to Kate. We were hoping Dave might pop on, but he was on the train and he was drinking, so he's probably on the floor somewhere. But no, thank you to everybody that's been in the chat. Jeff, welcome along, our new mod. Thank you very much for doing that. And then Gray as well, and there was in at modding as well. And don't forget, let's check us out. And Leicester Till I Die TV, LTiDtv, please, if you are on TikTok, get over. I'm trying to get to 1,000 likes, which means I can then go live on there. I think I'm at something like 217 at the moment, and that's only in a couple of weeks, so it's going well. But please, if you're on TikTok, get over there. And Instagram as well, LTiDtv on Instagram. And, of course, check out all our podcasts as well. Brad, thank you very much, mate. And all I can say is, look, 5-0. It's in our hands still. I'm smiling, and I'm not going to sleep tonight. I know it. But all I'm going to say is, that's it. Leicester City 5, Southampton 0. It's good night from me.
It's good night from him.
Good night, guys.
Night, everybody.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network,
unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.